what's happening in this moment is Sardonyx had yelled something. Basically a phrase that she had yelled out to Gurk to do something, or Kirk, sorry, Gurk, and Gurk basically went to touch Axer with their an axe they had picked up, and Axer looked really confused by this and felt that they were attacking them because it was odd that they would just rush up and do that, and they assumed they must have missed, so they looked like they were about to attack. At the same time, Sardonyx has moved up to Kodran and had picked up the maul that Gort previously had, and has just now hit Kodran with the maul. With that in mind, Sardonyx, the second you do that, you watch in like almost immediately, within like a nanosecond or microsecond or something, a very short amount of time, the tattoo on their body slides up, like morphs its way outside of its skin, onto their armor, onto the maul, and quickly onto your body. Do a strength check if you wish to try to get free of this and pull away. If not, don't do the check. Otherwise, I can do the check for you if you're wait, no, sorry, you're here. You're just having
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just
okay.
not feeling the best.
All right.
A strength check.
I was gonna be like, if you're a mobile, but I'm like, you type from Roll20, so you're probably not on mobile.
Is it a strength check or a strength saving throw? Because that's a little different.
Strength save. I'm sorry. Did you say check?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I have. Okay. Can I read the tattoo as it's climbing up on me? I still want to make
really.
this check.
I mean, given it would be like, probably not. And what I mean by that is like, if someone had a big tattoo of like an A or like a letter or like a symbol on their chest, and it kind of moved across like, an object and onto you, it would be really hard to read. And like it's now a 3D form kind of. So it would basically. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'd say you could either try to read it or you could try to get free, not like one or the other.
I rolled a 19.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's really good considering you have a +0.
Oh boy. Okay. You manage to kind of slide off, and the tattoo now is kind of stuck to the now just forms completely off their body, and now is formed onto the maul.
My spoon.
The maul, like as you initially hit, might have like it seemed like it did a little bit of like it had created this big thump in kind of the chest area, albeit they had some armor on, so it kind of did that, but clearly applied it to the direct area in order to cause that reaction. It also had a little bit of very briefly added a little bit of like frost to the armor a little bit, which is mostly gone now just because of how the room is. The maul, as it was used and has been used in the past, may light up a little bit. Might have some frost. It mostly has frost that's kind of acquired onto the maul normally. However, like in this moment, as the tattoo kind of strings upon it, the maul doesn't appear to have that anymore. It seems like the frost has melted off of it. Then you see what you believe to be the corpse of Kodran move their hand, like in almost a tap motion. Do you do anything to this, or have you moved far away enough so that you wouldn't be grabbed by the tattoo?
Sorry. Okay.
Are you what would Sardox, you just saw Kodran, like, who
Yes.
you believe is dead. Their like faces mashed in a bit and have lots of countless injuries, albeit some look like they've healed, but it's hard to tell. Just move their fingers a little bit.
Hop in. Like, say something. Ian?
Hello? I'm speak here?
I said, can I hop in and say something?
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking to Sardonyx. If I didn't hear the hop in part. Oh yeah, go for it, yeah.
Abaddon, it looks like Kodran's alive. Decapitate him!
Say less. Abaddon swings his axe with might and decapitates him.
I figured he was within semi-range of doing so quickly.
I should be.
Like, you're literally only 10 feet
Abaddon-
away. Like, with how quickly this situation's happening, Sardonyx struck him, the tattoo crawled up their arm, Norlis can see
And
that
then
they moved.
I probably disengaged to here, if anything.
So I guess Abaddon needs to make an attack. Kodran is technically prone, so it is technically with advantage.
Oh, I imagine when Abaddon said less, this Norris just goes head off.
Oh my god.
Alright, Abaddon, so once you've done that, I would like you to do, Actually, nothing. You see, just to confirm, Sardonyx did, when doing the strength save, she obviously would have, taken her hands off the maul. The maul is now on the ground, next to the corpse of Kodran. Kodran, who has, they're already kind of mashed in head, completely sliced off,
Yay.
sits up
The
and
fuck?
grabs that grabs the maul. I would like everyone within a. So you would be closer since you just wait. When you Abaddon, sorry, quick question. When you cut off, did you then back up immediately or no?
No.
I would like you, Abaddon, to make a int save.
And in.
Oh, damn.
I ain't even that dumb. God damn.
You feel really strange in that moment, like your nerves tingle up to your brain, and you feel almost paralyzed, and you hear a voice in your mind.
Do I recognize the voice?
Free I am. Let me go, for it is my body now. And Kodran, headless body, starts to stand up.
Okay, question. Do I recognize the voice as Cordran? Is it Cordran or is it...
No, it doesn't sound like Kodran. It sounds like something else entirely. You've never heard this voice before.
Okay. Has Cordran has picked up the mole, right?
Yes. Which now is no longer, the mole in the past had like a little layer of like frost, a good layer of frost on it, but it seemed magical. Now it doesn't. It like the mole does not have any of that to it now. It now has this black substance like the tattoo that is now draping the mole, and it looks to be like something in like some words in Giant. However, it's hard to read because the words have been warped around an object might not have been intended for.
Okay, I tried to rip them all out of his arms.
Okay. You can't. You're paralyzed.
Oh, I'm for real. Oh shit. Okay.
Yes. Okay. In this moment, does anyone do anything? As in, mainly, Sardonyx and Norlis, who are very close by.
Yes, I will.
Okay, and keep in mind,
We have a rule
I haven't got
question
back
for
to
you.
Axer yet. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to speak. What'd you say, Norlis?
You're good. I said I have a question.
Yeah.
Actually, no, never mind. I don't even need to bother because it won't work. Codran's no longer a creature, he's an object. Never mind.
You don't know that. Well, actually, it depends. Actually, I don't know what you'd be doing, so never mind.
Okay, I can tell you my thought because I know it currently won't work as it is. I was going to cast Polymorph on Codran, and that would make him shift, but the creature not with him would not be a part of that shift because that is a separate creature. The same way that if you cast Polymorph on something that ate something, the person would not suddenly be an elephant along with them.
Yeah.
So, but Codran's considered deceased, so he would be an object, and I couldn't cast Polymorph on an object.
You can.
I don't think it says a creature that you target a creature that you can see within range.
Oh.
Yeah. By the way, if you cast Polymorph on a giant that just ate someone and turned them into like a bird, my understanding is that the person inside them would either be crushed to death or would destroy the bird as it forms, and then the polymorph wouldn't happen, wouldn't function well. Like let's say if it was like let's say like a chicken or like a
Okay.
dove or something.
Gotcha.
But it would work differently if it were something if
Doesn't really matter because I'm
someone had
not
eaten
doing
a
it.
tardigrade inside of them and then turned into a bird, because the tardigrade would still be microscopic, so it wouldn't matter.
Cool.
Or if it were something.
Ian,
Actually, I don't know why I'm saying
Ian.
that. So go on.
I'm not doing it. We can move on.
Okay, good. I think that throws you in the wrong direction. I don't want to get the size of this Legos confused you. Okay.
Yes, yes.
So
Okay.
if Norlis, are you doing anything, Norlis?
No.
Okay.
I am.
Sardonyx.
Okay, so everyone who's here notices Sardonyx's eyes and her scales change, and what the fuck is happening?
I did
Why
not
did
mean
that
to do that
happen?
shit.
And she kind of, for a moment, like she looks like she's hyperventilating as she's looking around, very confused. Can you shift it back because I cannot see?
Where the fuck did I have it? Oh, okay, that makes
That's good.
sense.
That's right.
Okay, good enough.
Okay. I cannot see myself. So
What? Oh
you
shit! I
left
did
them
it
off
wrong.
the map.
Oh, I did it off a map. I can't get that. I can't get you back. Just put you back.
What is
yourself back on. I did not mean to do that. I'm sorry. It's fine. Just put yourself back. on the map.
I'm currently staring at a complete white map with everyone's names and health bars.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, it's fine. You just drag yourself back in the position.
I
Okay, go
can't.
ahead.
I'm trying.
Theater of the
You can't
mind.
drag
Theater
yourself
of the
in?
mind. It's
Sorry.
fine.
No, I can't drag myself. I'm trying.
Just drag a new
Really?
token. It's
I'll do it, but it's fine.
drag a new token from your journal.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Drag yourself back in.
Oh.
You can't do it off a map,
Oh.
obviously. Or
But
not
then I
obviously,
see
it's
that
not
other
obvious.
one on the map, and it's like,
So what are you doing, Sardonyx?
wait. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go. Back to the thing. Yeah.
Bring back Kurt. And Axel.
You are not coming through clearly. I don't think I hear that single.
Oh, I'm telling you, on the map along with Axel.
Yeah, I'm looking good.
Right,
What were you saying,
Um.
Sardonyx?
Okay. So yes, everyone she looks around confused for a split second, like what just happened, and then she notices she's next to Gay. Why are they like that?
Looks like he is about to get hit by an axe, maybe.
That okay. She reaches over and grabs Kurt's flint knife.
Okay. Yeah, Gurk does not have his flint in his hands. He has it on a sheet.
No, no,
that you
no.
place
I
it
know,
around, so
I
you should
know
do so.
it's in his. Yes, I know where it is. I take it and rush to Kodran. Do I have to wait? I have to make an attack roll, right? Do I just roll a d20?
Oh yeah, d20 plus yeah, d20 plus your dex.
Okay.
Do a int save. Once you if you hit.
Okay. Cool. In terms of weapon, actually no.
Just to confirm, you're not immobile, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Okay. Were you able
And
to
this
roll
flint
it, or
knife
no?
would be considered simple weapons, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, were you putting it onto your character sheet or something? I'm confused. What was going
No,
on?
no. Oh, Jesus, that is
Well,
a
I mean,
horrible roll.
yeah, mechanically, like if assuming it's just okay, so you miss. Okay, Axer ends up in confusion. They go to like you're about to hit
Didn't you say you were stabbing
after-
Kodran?
Yes, that's what they go to do, and they miss.
Okay.
Right as Axer was going to, kind of hit it looks like they were reeling back their axe to hit Gurk. They stop it last second. And then just look kind of confused how they stopped it. Meanwhile, Sardonyx, you try to run off your like the flint knife you have in hand and kind of missed. You hear inside your mind, I don't fully know your intent, but your order of operations is off. And they go to attack you with the axe in hand.
Sir?
Who attacks her?
I'm just...
Kodran's corpse. It's headless.
They don't have
Okay.
they have an axe?
I thought they had the
picked up
maul.
the axe. Oh, did I say axe? I meant maul. I'm sorry.
I was so
I'm sorry.
confused.
I meant maul. Okay. And oh boy, they seem to, because they don't have formal eyesight currently. Although they have some other means to kind of sense things out that are more weird, they do fuck up a bit and don't manage to actually hit you.
Yay.
And then they give you a middle finger.
But they can't see well, so they actually hold up their pointer finger.
Yeah, maybe. If that is all, then leave me be and go. Am I truly who you want? They kind of say you hear like in the echoes of your mind, Sardonyx, which
Can I stab it again?
oh, you want to try stabbing it?
Oh.
Go for it. Normus, you Stephen's doing that. Abaddon, you are still paralyzed, but this sense of you're like the it feels like it's wearing off or is about to wear off. Okay. You managed to strike. Where are you striking?
His chest.
Okay. You managed to make a really nice big strike in there. Roll a int save.
Oh.
Oh, you're also. Oh, shit. Ooh. Okay, so you're also gonna shit. So Norlis is also gonna fucking do that. I didn't give you a chance to speak, Norlis. I'm sorry if you were gonna ask me about that. Okay.
Oh, that is not what's supposed to.
I like double damage. Oh no, I dropped the dice. Oh god, where'd it go?
But I am using that 20.
So that's 13 times 2, 26 fire damage.
Jesus.
And I'm aiming directly for his belly button. Not just
What?
like his mid torso is basically what I mean.
Okay. Well, yeah. It'd be hard to hit like the center of their belly button if they're currently
No. It's just they're
hided looking at Sardonyx. Okay.
the center of their weight, their gravity, their middle.
So, you feel this weird kind of sense in your mind, but you kind of push it off. Why are you rolling with? I mean, I guess advantage is.
No, I forgot advantage on. When I made the first
Okay.
check, I made that with
I'll just take the
advantage
first
because
value,
of
though,
the
that's
mountain rune. Yes.
Okay. In addition, they like a blast of fire hits them from Norlis. You can roll damage if you'd like, Norlis.
I did. It was 13 times 2, so 26 fire damage.
Now, I know I'm not using initiative for this, and there's reason for it.
Nornis just
Nathan.
saw that the battle was clearly going on, and he's like, oh, I guess Kodra's not dead. I'm shooting a fireball.
An act of
Fireball.
possible final desperation. You're unclear.
Bless you. Bless you.
They
Thank you.
with okay. What's your AC? Sardonyx?
And it's 14.
Okay. So based off modifiers, they would just barely hit. Okay, they just barely hit you with the like. It looks like they could have easily missed, but they're able to manage to match your arm with the maul. As that happens, that tattooy substance on the maul starts to try to move onto your body.
Well, hell no.
This time around, you're not in a position where you could, since you already lunged in with the knife, and you managed to get deep. Like,
I'm not letting go.
you're not letting go of the knife,
No.
or like as in it's within their body. Okay.
I'm not letting go of the knife.
In that case, my point is within their body. You're not gonna take it out of them, correct?
No.
Okay. In that case, we're gonna. Your chances of kind of pulling away from it are gonna happen. It gets so quickly. The tattoo manages to move fully onto your body. Oh boy, I didn't think this was gonna happen. Roll a wisdom saving throw. Sardonyx.
Let's take it.
Okay, that's not good. In your mind, you hear, initially, the strange voice from earlier. Now, I truly... Well, actually, wait, let me fix this. Actually, better. Sardonyx? You aren't sure if that dagger worked because it seemed to be, well, you're not sure why, but the tattoo has not been on Kodran for a little while. It was on the mall. The tattoo is now on you. However, as the tattoo gets onto you and kind of gets sprinkled on your body, you feel this weird spiritual sensation, as if almost as if another soul was being forced into your bodily form, and it's trying to take place and almost try to push you out. You're not quite able to establish that form well. So your soul is pushed out and pushed into the neighboring closest thing, which I'm gonna have you. If you want to spend boon points for this, I'll let you choose to be able to have a chance to roll a D2, 1d2 or flip a coin regarding the circumstance.
Flip a
And no, I'm
coin?
not. This will not lead to your immediate death. If either way, it's not going to kill your character. Regardless of what you roll in this.
This is a D2. Just let him choose a
But
safe.
not now. That's if. But that's in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Not
you
going to
want,
kill your character. Killing someone else.
as in, it's either your choices are, you can either roll it normally, and your soul is going to be zooped into the currently headless, possibly
Mhm.
dead.
What
Well, not
in
dead. Okay, currently headless, possibly soulless body of Kodran. You probably won't be able to do really anything. You're not sure. You have no clue. Or a chance at the next nearest person. Which I'm going to add boon points for that, and that means you'll be sharing a body if that happens.
Wait,
Do you
I'm
wish to
sorry.
do so or no?
What are you saying? You're either going to go directly into Kodran without boon points, or spend boon points and have a chance to roll to go into Abaddon as well.
This is insane.
Yeah, this is what I was getting at. I want. Oh god.
That's fine. Just make your choice.
And maybe I should have done initiative for this, albeit. If you guys feel like I should have, so maybe I could have. I thought this was gonna be. I wanted this to be a short little sequence if it does happen, if it and give it like a final chance to happen. But
Are you going to spend boon points, Sardonyx, or are you just going to allow yourself to go into Kodran?
No, I think. Okay, so roll a d2.
No, are you spending boon
Present.
points?
no. Don't. Are you going to use the boon points or not?
Oh,
So if
yeah.
you use the boon points, then you'll roll the d2, or the you could just roll 1d4 and then just have it be like 1 or 2 is like tails, and 3 or 4 is heads, and
Mhm.
the bottom 2 would be Kodran, the top 2 would be Abaddon. But do you want to do that or not?
Sure.
Well, okay. Are you sure? Because I'm gonna
I'm
ask you
very
to spend
confused
time
on what I'm
otherwise.
being asked.
Otherwise,
Are
it's
you
a
spend-
big moment.
I said it succinctly. You're either going to not spend boon points and your soul is going to go into Kodran, or you are going to spend boon points and you get to roll a D2 to decide whether you go into Abaddon or Kodran. If you don't spend boon points, you're going into Kodran. If you spend boon points, you have a chance to not go into Kodran.
Chance of going into Abaddon. That is. I guess I'll spend the points. Why not?
Okay.
Okay. And if you roll, so you can. The reason I'm going at 5 is because this is a big moment, because it means that if you do get Kodran, and Kodran's body, which is currently being used by a Zalago, runs off, then you won't be able to play Sardonyx next session if they run away and aren't here. Possibly, depending what happens. As in, that's assuming if they manage to run away. Okay, so in that case, roll the 1d4.
Oh, well, 1d4, okay.
There's a way to roll 1d2, but it's really okay.
And you got Abaddon.
Okay, you got into Abaddon. Abaddon, in this moment, you are now able to move. However, you feel a really weird sensation zoop into you. It's almost as if if you could even comprehend such a thing, a second soul is being warped into your body. Do you accept this or reject this?
Fuck it, we ball. I accept it.
Okay. You and Sardonyx now control the same body. For the sake of things, especially since you no longer have the weird anti-magic circumstance, Abaddon, I don't, depending on how long this isn't, I don't know how long this will last. There's some way you could advise. We'll see. Well, there's some ways you can fix
Yep,
this.
it'll just play out.
It won't specify. But I was gonna say something else, but I'll ignore that for now. I'll get back to that when it's meaningful. Okay, but for now, you have, well, Sardonyx. You have no. Let's actually do it this way. Sardonyx, you've had this odd circumstance occur, and you felt you had a way to influence where you would end up, but it was really hard to do. But you managed to push your soul, moving it through the ethereal plane into and out of that plane and into Abaddon, and now you feel that they've accepted you, something that you don't know if they knew what was coming or what, but it's meaningful and perhaps a really good thing. And now you see through Abaddon's eyes, but you feel like you're not alone within Abaddon. And meta-wise, you guys can talk to each other throughout your thoughts.
Okay.
With that in mind, just before we go on, do you guys want to roll initiative for this or no?
I'd be down
Especially
for
since
it.
it could allow Hazel to be part of this, but it's up to you guys.
Yeah, for sure. We can roll initiative for this.
Okay. Hazel,
What's
would
up?
you think would you want to have still been in the room, or would you have gone to see Moritar?
I don't think she would have gone to see Moritar now.
Okay. If you did the that option, I'll be have stuff on that end in a bit. I would send it to you guys and back and forth. Okay.
Mhm.
In that case, you're watching what's happening here. Let me. I'll remove the previous term. So initiative from last session ended, and now we can do new initiative if you wish to do this combat here.
Am I a part of this combat here?
You can be. You don't have to be. Also,
Sure, why not?
Okay. Question for Normalist: is your golem still out?
No, technically I cast detect magic, so that's a concentration spell.
It was What spell did you use to summon the golem? Or not the golem, the earth elemental.
I'm pretty sure probably just summon elemental.
Summon elemental.
Okay. For some reason I just kind of assumed elemental lasts like 8 hours or something. I didn't realize it.
No.
No, that's create.
Ah. Oh,
Creation
this is
and
like
summoning are different
this
things.
is like summon Fae versus conjure Fae. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. There we go.
Summon beast versus conjure beast, yes.
Okay.
And conjuring's getting
That's-
changed, so
Yeah, but who the fuck can actually use the new rules? I know I'm not.
Yay.
Ian, I'll be frank with you, Chief. I have both meta and in character. I have no idea how to potentially resolve this situation whatsoever. It's not.
I will
It's
say-
not typical for someone's soul to be unwillfully
I
ripped from their
know.
body in a single roll. It actually felt a little strong to have that be a single roll failure
Yeah.
and you're out of your body. But I didn't
I'm
want
not
to
gonna
interrupt your
lie, this-
momentum. I don't know how to possibly resolve this. Normalist doesn't have to spell magic. Our other spellcaster that does is currently possessed and not in control of their body. It's
So
I
there are some ways.
yeah, I have no
and there
idea
are
how
some
to fix
unique
this.
ways that may legit just come up this session that won't feel like thrown in because I had planned for a while. However, the main thing though is actually let me get meta real quick. I will say, yeah, there are a couple ways to fix this, but I did preface Amethyst about this because I knew that this was a bit funky, and so I wanted to, without telling them what was happened, I gave him a full option to be like, okay, we could have a full different thing happen, because just even the chance of this happening is kind of a big deal. So I wanted you to, if you felt like you kind of like made the decisions you had based off certain things, I want to fix that. Meta-wise, if they went with the flint knife initially, it would have destroyed the tattoo and destroyed Kodran's soul.
Okay. I don't see this going terribly well because of information I can't meta to my character. Right now, Kodran's the enemy, even though the Kodran's Sabadi and Sardonyx is alive and controlled.
This also means, depending what happens this session, Sardonyx might not, or I likely may not have Amethyst be playing as Sardonyx for a couple sessions until we get that fixed, but we can see what happens. I'm leaving that there. There could be literally ways to solve this in this combat. I won't say much about that. But if you feel this is a really, really, really nasty thing, if you feel this is like kind of shitty even to have happen, then let me know. I had multiple saves and a whole bunch of stuff to make sure this wasn't something that was just thrown on to something. I want to make that clear. Okay.
I honest to God fuck with this so hard. This shit's whack as hell.
Okay. Because I know this is a heavy decision that could equate something that was like mechanically similar to character death. Okay.
I think it's mechanically worse than character death.
I mean, well, because like
Trapped in
we can
Abaddon's
discuss
head.
stuff in okay, back to this.
Not long
Just
there,
to
so
not
so good.
to have it happen. Okay. Hazel, you're still up there. You see some weird shit going on. It looks to be that there's some fighting. There was some awkward stuff being discussed with Axer, but now you see the person whom you were sure was dead stand up after having their head cut off.
Mm-hmm.
And some weird shit regarding the tattoos on Kodran's body occurred.
Mm-hmm.
And now, it seems to be that, like, well, Kodran's standing up. And Sardonyx is doing a wacky pose, per se.
Hmm.
Let's see.
Am I able to act, or do I have to roll
Yes.
initiative?
I would say you can do something initially and then roll initiative, since I think this would have happened as stuff is happening.
I want to, if I may, attempt to use my feline agility. And can I additionally pile on some dashes to move 120 feet? Bonus action and main.
Yeah.
So it's 30 feet, dash 60, second dash 90, doubling the initial 30, 120. And I did a huge amount of math that lets me go to here, following and making sure that I'm crossing across like actual pathways. Yeah, I just want to get over here. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Cool. Wasn't sure because you hadn't responded.
Oh, yeah. And none
Do
of
we
those
need to roll
jumps seem to
initiative?
have been greater than like 5 feet, I don't believe. So
Here, I'll redraw it.
Yeah, if you did for here, I think it'd be okay. Yeah. It'd be a little iffy, but you could be done. It'd be a lot of jumping, but yeah. Okay. Now, you guys can roll initiative if you want to fight the
It's close enough.
this, yeah. Okay. There's one thing I gotta figure out. Let me just quickly check.
Nornalis.
Hi.
Is Gift of Alacrity concentration?
No.
Okay, so I still have the ability to add a d8 to my initiative.
So does
Thank you.
Abaddon.
I just remember that I had it before. Jesus Christ.
Add a D8.
Damn it.
20.
Can I have Abaddon's?
No. Yeah, he needs it.
Dude, I've
Yeah.
got a 20 now.
Okay, but I've got a 30. And I could have a 37.
Yeah, 'cause you're really worried about someone rolling a 36.
I can see the map now.
Okay, a 30 is still pretty good.
The fuck you mean a 30 is still pretty good?
I got a 15.
Do you have Gift of Alacrity?
No.
Is it just me, Sardonyx, and Abaddon?
It's just you and Abaddon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're just cool like that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I just didn't want to use 3 spell slots at the beginning of combat.
Respectable.
I would now like you guys to roll initiative. If you guys have not.
We have.
A few of us
Hazel,
have.
Abaddon.
Mine's actually a
Okay.
30, which I will adjust, and Abaddon's is a dirty 20.
Okay.
Yay.
I cannot change yours, Abaddon, but you should be able to. And of course, if you can't, then Ian can.
20.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And then Mortar's not here. Did Sardonyx roll?
Also,
I-
Moritar at this
She
point,
don't
there.
need to.
wanted to start to
Forgot.
be here if you could. Because I think you would have heard stuff and probably have your thing about ready now. That's up to you though. And I also would say Sardonyx is probably heading to the other room now, so you probably wouldn't see them. That's all I'll say.
You mean Victorion?
Okay.
Did you mean Victorion?
Who did I say?
Sardonyx.
I don't know why I said Sardonyx. I meant Victorian. Sorry.
Nornless, you're also getting a little robotic, just so you know.
Am I?
A little bit.
I'm asking other people. Do I sound robotic?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do about that. I'll leave and rejoin.
That's about the best.
Actually, you know, Barber feels like it would be tied to your body. Okay, good. I'm going to actually do this a better way. I'm just going to roll Sardonyx initiative from here. For Sardonyx's body. Okay. Also, actually, there's one last thing I'll do, but let me just do this quickly. And once this initiative gets, I'll send a message to someone to explain something.
Ooh.
Hazel, I forget. How did you get a 30?
I have Gift of Alacrity from Nornless from earlier. It's a non-concentration spell that I believe has a duration of 8 hours.
Yeah.
So I rolled a nat 20 plus 9 and then plus 1. And I have a plus 9 because of alert, I think.
Yeah.
Do I still sound robotic?
Nope,
No.
you sound
No.
perfect.
Cool.
To be fair, you sound normal to me, so.
Yep, 30.
Gotta go fast.
I did. I went 120 round. Or 120 last round. And sadly, I can't do it again. Not for another 6 seconds.
Alright, okay. So, that's most people. And I'd say by this point, Gort and Troubled are now kind of heading out in the area as well. Telf, would you have left Telf of you, Hazel, or no?
Health's invisible.
Oh, right, yeah, Telt was invisible, and I don't know if they ever returned to me.
At this point, oh yeah, I didn't know if she returned to you at the end of the session. Did we not decide on that?
We did
didn't.
not.
Okay, in that case, they're still invisible somewhere.
Yep, that's fine. Keep it convenient.
Okay. Man, I think that's about, yeah. Gort and Troubled are now, I would say, probably with Victorian having left the area.
Mhm.
Albeit they might hear shit and come back. Okay. And I think that's everyone. Okay. Hazel, what would you like to do?
Seeing our foe rise from the dead, presumably, she is going to use all of her movement to go 5, 10, 15, 20, oh, only 20, and jam the Psychic Cleaver of Thrud into his body.
Okay.
That's going to be a 25 to hit. I assume that hits.
Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
Gotcha. And because I have a enemy of my enemy within 5 feet, I can roll sneak attack. So that's going to be 28 damage. That was a near max roll.
Technically, yes, it would, Amethyst.
Yes. I think it lasted for, yeah, I think I got an 8-hour roll on that, so yes. We still have psychic connection. That does beg the question, is it connected to the body or is it connected to
The soul.
actual Sardonyx mind? It has to be connected to the soul. That makes sense for the way Hazel does things. So yeah, I think Hazel should still be able to communicate with her rules as written.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I would say yes.
Okay. Well, either way, I'm still jamming a psychic sword into this dude's belly and twisting it just to make sure it hurts.
And also, for context, during Abaddon's turn, we'll have Abaddon and Sardonyx go at the same time. There's not too much Sardonyx can do initially, but we can discuss some things. There's a couple of funky things. I have some stuff in mind. Yeah. Okay. Also, so when you do that, the corpse squirms a little bit, which it did not squirm at all, really, when Sardonyx initially stabbed them with the flint knife. Even though it was a really hefty, like, strong stab, they didn't seem... I mean, they cut in some movements. It was just a nasty strike, but it seems they particularly do not like whatever the attack that Hazel did for them for whatever reason. Maybe it's because of psychic. Who knows? Okay. Abaddon, your turn.
I will yank out the flint knife that Sardonyx had jammed into Kodran.
Well, that's the thing. Sardonyx, assumedly, would still, or Sardonyx's body would assumedly still have that knife in there, right, Sardonyx?
Yes.
You never let go of the knife, right?
They said they don't let go of the knife and they didn't pull out of the body. They are still
in that
stabbing
case-
Kodrax.
You'd have to rip it from the hand of the Sardonyx body, or possibly New Kodran.
That's not something Abaddon would have thought to do. I don't think.
Hold on.
Well, I mean, if you're trying to grab the flint knife, the point is the someone's currently holding the flint knife.
Yeah, I
Being
can't
stabbed.
rationalize any reason that you would pull out somebody else's stabbing. That just doesn't make any sense.
I mean, they could maybe well, that's the thing. If they don't think that whatever, but they have another person in their mind who can very quickly be like, hey, who sorry. If Sardonyx feels like they would have any reason, then they could possibly tell Abaddon that.
if they can explain it in like 3 seconds, quickly in their mind.
If they could just tell Abaddon to do that, they could just say to, they don't have to explain why.
They are not symbiotic.
But
This is a brand new sensation to them. So
That is the
this is a persuasion check from Sardonyx to Abaddon, and an insight check on Abaddon to see whether or not what is going on is true. There's a lot of intricacies here because Abaddon has not had a second soul in him before, so everything is strange and new, and Abaddon is likely just going to go with what he knows best, and that is attacking something that seems like an enemy.
To be clear, I do agree. I'm not trying to. I am thinking about these things. To be clear, like I don't think at this moment, Abaddon would not know it's Sardonyx necessarily in them.
Exactly.
They just know that something's happened, and they might not even fully recognize the second soul, but they recognize some type of spiritual thing has entered them, and a possible different explanation of why they might have done that, regardless of if it would to kind of make it less meta. Is that they are in a place that they might view spiritually significant, which is that this is like the ancient ruins of someone of their clan or religion. But yeah, so Abaddon, what would you be doing now? Given, actually, let me rephrase that. Sardonyx, I don't want to go about this. Yeah, no, Abaddon, you go. You cannot hear Sardonyx yet. That's how I'm gonna do it.
Okay, not yet. Then I will let Abaddon fall to his base instincts and I guess his rage would have worn off by now.
How long does rage last? As in, there would have been like that conversation that happened throughout.
Yes,
last
your
week,
rage would have been
last several minutes.
Rage goes off if you don't get attacked within 6 seconds. So
Yes, it'll be off.
Well, then I shall rage once more and strike Gordon twice.
Okay. All right. Now, Sardonyx,
Nat
I would
20.
like you to roll a insight check.
Boys, we got it again. Nat 20.
Amethyst or Sardonyx, could you roll an insight check? The insight skill? You are in a weird situation. You don't know. You could see through Abaddon's eyes, and you're trying to make maybe make peace with your situation, but also trying to figure out what you were supposed to have done with the flint knife, because you feel like you got instructions from a particular place of interest, and it could be that you didn't do them in time or whatnot, but you're not quite sure how to put things two and two together of what you need to actually be doing, or what you can do to get your soul back in that body if what? You're not quite sure. That's what we'll leave it for now. Okay. Nornless.
yeah, hi. Is it just my turn, or were you going to say something?
It's your turn.
Okay.
Wait. I attacked twice.
Oh shit.
Your first attack probably
I
didn't
didn't even
hit.
know. I'm sorry. I didn't even tell you hit. Yeah, you hit with the crit. I'm sorry. The 13 actually, yeah, but 13 would probably hit given his armor's been broken up in pieces. Yeah, both hit. I'm sorry for I've completely was sidelined. I'm sorry. Go.
Okay.
Roll both of those.
Damn, that's a lot of damage on the second one.
Yeah, and that second one's the crit.
That's
Okay.
36 plus whatever special crit stuff. 36 just on the second. 48 damage total plus whatever special stuff for crits.
Thank you.
Okay. Abaddon, you manage to cut them up pretty heavily. So much so their body kind of strains a bit and ends up like falling off of the flint knife and onto the ground beside you. You've like slashed them likely heavily decently on the legs and other stuff, but they already suffered a lot of damage before they were dead. And they just did not have were still, obviously healing a bit, but you did enough damage, enough like nasty damage to them to kind of cause a lot of their ligaments to like kind of be sliced and a lot of other shit, and now they are on the ground beside you, not breathing.
Were they
But you're
breathing
not sure if they're
before?
breathing. You aren't really sure, I would say.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. You aren't sure if they're dead or not. You don't
He's
know.
got no bloody head. How's he breathing?
Yeah.
Still got
Was
a
that-
tube.
Yeah. Well, something else could be breathing inside, but yeah.
What special stuff did it do for the crit?
Actually, it would be more fair if I just left the corpse right here instead of having it slide to the side. Yeah, I would say it did fall on the ground, but it did slide off the blade, I would say. And what was that question, Norlis?
Special stuff for crit.
Oh, shit. Okay. That's fun. Oh, boy. It used to not work like this, but since they got their... Okay, I know it. Oh my god. Okay, Abaddon, you're lucky I gave you that level 8 ability for this. Abaddon, you hear within your mind. I am sorry for what I have brought upon you and to others. I should never have worked at Kodran, for as a parasite, I recognize law, the academics of law are where I should have gone. I wish I was a lawyer. I'm sorry.
It was the parasite. That's so
As their
funny.
body slides to the ground.
It's so
Abaddon grabs his head and just what's it called? Like,
Well, their head's gone. It's your head's
head's
probably
on the
over here on the
floor.
other side of you.
no, wait, does Abaddon hear that in his head or is it?
Hears
weird?
it in his
Abaddon,
head.
you hear that
Yes.
stretched your mind. I would say Sardonyx probably also hears that. Since
Okay,
they're very
well, in that case, Abaddon grabs his head and sort of bows a little and says, "Get out of my fucking head!"
You throw it in the lava.
I ain't throwing shit yet. I want to loot.
I was talking about the head. Like, get out of my head, and it throws it into lava. Just the head.
His own head.
His own head.
Yeah.
Abaddon rips off his head and throws it.
Look,
He's a tiefling. He probably has fire resistance.
nah, I'm a blue tiefling.
Oh right, blue tiefling. Right, my bad.
Just a quick dip.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
Normalis's turn. Well, it looks like that is done now. That's... The enemy is dead. Normalis does nothing.
Are we out of initiative now?
I am probably not, no. Because there's an enemy and no one knows about it.
I mean,
I have
the
no
enemy
idea about
hasn't
anything
acted
else.
in any different way, so you wouldn't know yet.
Exactly.
So it's up to you to how you want to act. So if your character wants to act as if initiative ended and go and do something, you can. But it's up to you.
There's
if
nothing
you're-
for me to do, no.
Yeah.
I know literally nothing.
Okay. Okay. In that case, Sardonyx, it's that turn. Okay, quick thing, Amethyst. You can't. Is your headset just not functioning right now, or what? It's not functioning. Wait, so it is or isn't functioning? Oh, okay. You can't. Okay, in that case. Okay, in that case, I'll just do it this way. Well, I know. I mean, I'm in a different sense because I was gonna have you voice Sardonyx for a second.
I possibly can do that, yes.
Okay. I didn't know if people were in the background saying you didn't. Okay. In that case,
What's going on?
what? Okay. Yeah, I just sent them something. Okay. I'm ready at my end. Amethyst, you good? Ready for it or no? Okay.
Yes, no, I am.
So we're not waiting on anyone right now anyway.
Are Ian and Sardonyx just talking to each other in DMs? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I thought they were gonna speak, but they just had a question.
No, I am. Okay. No, I'm just.
No,
I just want to understand the situation
Oh,
so I know
yeah.
what I'm doing.
and I guess try to be a better thing. Albeit they have less weight than normal because they're missing a head. Okay. Would you like me to just do it, or
So
do you want to stay?
Sardonyx. No, I'll say it. Sardonyx walks up to Kodran's body, and she's like, "We need to get the body out of here," and tries to pick it up.
Okay, do a since this would be with your physical body, could you roll a strength check? And you would, in the process of doing so, would have dropped the like, you still would have held on to the flint knife, but it's no longer in the person. At this point, you would be dropping the flint knife on the ground, in order to lift the body.
Yes. Well, I can say yes.
Okay.
This is your decision.
Oh, so well, let me actually. I don't know why I'm saying that. Sorry.
That is
You
not
guys
what.
see Sardonyx, hear her say that, and you see them start to see them drop the dagger they had, as they begin to lift Kodran, and actually fairly effectively kind of toss their corpse on their shoulder, and they look like they're about to head back down through the caverns that you guys enter this place to and head to the beach. Gurk looks rather confused by this. And sees that Axer might not be a risk to them. And they try to head over here to Hazel. I think I understand. Maybe. My flint knife is what they were trying to... Huh? And they just... Actually, retcon me saying that, actually. Let me work on that. Gurk goes over there and looks confused and stands in a strange position. Kodran's body is not doing anything, really. It is just kind of staying there in place. Axer is going to move forward a little bit and kind of just confusion, just walking in and going to kind of lean against the wall and just they're not even sure what's going on. Hazel,
Hi.
would you the threat seems to be gone.
Wait, I have a question.
What?
Did I not get a turn or no?
Your turn was right after Abaddon's, and that's when you had you do the insight check.
Oh, is that all I did?
Actually, yeah. If you want, maybe I shouldn't have forced you in that situation. I kind of viewed it as you getting used to the thing, since I don't think there's too much you could have done. What would you have liked to have done during that turn?
Oh,
Because
I
it's gonna
can
have you. Oh, sorry, go on.
change my senses and utilize my clone.
Utilize your cloak.
My clone.
Clone. Oh.
I was waiting
At
for my
this
turn.
point, I would say you no longer have access to that.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Actually, how do you view bards? Do you view bards as like what do you view their magic being attached to or being from?
It is traditionally arcane.
Yes.
I know that, but I mean in a more funky sense. Like warlocks get their magic from.
They get it from a sugar daddy.
Bards get their magic from the innate
do...
magic that is music and art.
Yeah, as in, is that magic stored within you, or is it from
I say the
the
magic
air?
is inspiration
Or how do you want to view
as a
that?
bard. So it's in you, in your head.
Okay. In that case, in that case, I think you would have still use of it. And what I was originally going to say earlier is that you can cast spells through Sardonyx. I mean, sorry, through Abaddon.
All I'm gonna say is he is
eventually.
raging though.
Yeah, so you can't really do that because of that, and also you're still in the process of even getting used to being a new body or even sharing a soul with someone. You're barely, you can't fully do stuff right now yet.
I'm back.
Okay,
I
that's
will
fair.
just
I
as
wanted
kind of
to
like
understand.
I guess we can view this as a legendary action. Give you another chance, Sardonyx, to do an insight check.
Oh, you're asking me to do one?
Yes, that's what they said.
That's a little bit better. You think that the reason the flint knife failed is because it was supposed to hit the tattoo. And I'll add a little extra in that you think that if the flint knife does whatever it's supposed to with that tattoo, then you probably can zoom back into your body, since you feel like you probably could move outside of Abaddon. However, being just in as a soul of, not with a body for a little while, you feel like that would be bad. So that's why you're in Abaddon right now.
Well,
Or bad / you don't even really know. A combination of those things.
it is Hazel's turn now.
Okay, it is Hazel's turn.
So is Kodran still standing?
Kodran is
No,
on
Kodran
Sardonyx's
is on the
shoulder.
ground,
On Sardonyx's shoulder.
possibly dead. Oh,
On-
sorry, yeah, why did you say
On
bad? Yeah, that's
Sardonyx's
true.
shoulder.
Thoronus is right. Yeah, sorry about that.
I'm going to presume that we are out of initiative.
You know better.
Well,
No, Hazel knows better. Sardonyx and Hazel had a
Shit.
conversation telepathically.
oh yeah, that.
Right.
Hazel
Okay.
knows better. She's the only
Oh,
one that knows better.
Yes, I'm sorry, I fully blanked.
Apparently, Sardonyx, as you see her, has picked up Kodran in a surprising feat of strength and said, "We need to leave the room," and has started walking out towards the beach, not back towards Moritar's chamber.
Got it. Okay, then yeah, I definitely would have like put it. Do I have time to stop? Like, put a hand down, like grab Sardonyx?
It's your turn. You have 6 seconds.
I meant like, have they left?
Oh,
No,
No, they haven't.
no,
they
have
haven't
not.
left the battle map.
Okay, then I will put a hand on them to stop them. Not gonna attack them just yet.
Sardonyx would look confused at you. And I'll just say my voice. What is I cannot. make a
Literally
voice.
just
Oh.
talk. It's fine.
Okay, yeah, whatever. It's fine. It's good. I don't know what. Okay. What are you doing? We have to get it outside. It's necessary.
Why do we have to get it outside?
So we
Why
can
do we have to
banish
get
the
it?
soul. Clearly, this creature has been possessed by like a Zalago. Don't you understand?
And as they are like mid-sentence, the Cleaver of Threat is jammed into them.
Okay. By the way, all this.
Like you just stabbed me,
you know,
Sardonyx.
you would
You're
get that
stabbing
it
at that.
sounds like they're lying without even doing like a check.
I am stabbing Sardonyx's body.
Oh, okay.
That's another nat 20. I'm sorry,
Also, I
Sardonyx.
should remind you guys that Sardonyx's body has tattoos on it like Kodran's. If I didn't, I forgot it. I feel like I should have said that more because I feel
Okay,
like that
knowing
would've-
that, then I would have stabbed at the tattoo.
Yeah, I had forgotten after saying it for like a good 4-minute period, and then I remember.
I also super heavy blanked out. Many apologies.
Cool.
Let's roll damage. Jesus. And because as
No,
far as I
you
know, the
don't.
thing I'm stabbing is an enemy, and
Yeah.
a ally is
No
nearby.
one else is an enemy of Sardonyx at the moment.
Fair, they also have to be. Okay, that's still 22 psychic damage.
No, it's not. Oh wait, did you roll twice or double? You rolled twice, didn't you?
I just clicked the thing.
Okay.
I clicked the thing, and I'm trusting that that's the correct way to roll it. Is that not how we roll it?
No, is it?
No, that's right.
I'm sorry.
That's right.
Yeah, that looks right. Yeah. So
Okay.
they look. Sardonyx looks at you with a face of concern, which quickly just turns to like a face of anger. And the way their face forms, the folds, they look different than. They look slightly off. It's clear this isn't Sardonyx. This isn't the Sardonyx you know. This is someone else. And most likely, given where you saw those tattoos, this is almost certainly Kodran. Meaning you don't know. You don't know what happened to, I guess, Sardonyx's like mind or soul or whatever you want to or whatever Hazel would view that as.
For reference, I realized also, me and
Oh.
Amethyst had a conversation in DMs that was the telepathic thing, which they told me. Actually, I'll just screenshot it and send it because you would know it. In universe.
Should have gone for the backstab.
Yeah, but I wanted to get them mid-sentence because then they would also have their guard let down.
Oh, I thought you were asking because of that. Okay.
So yes, I am aware of this information. That was not a spur-of-the-moment stab.
Cool. You just stabbed Sardonyx. Why? Did you say anything out loud? No one else understands why you just stabbed Sardonyx.
Did I not literally communicate it to you? I told you I sent it to you.
You said that Sardonyx isn't herself. Like, there's more than just me here, is what I'm saying, and if you don't say it out loud, things in writing are only seen by a few people.
Right. Then, before that, Hazel would have said something along the lines of, Sardonyx is not in her body, this is wrong. And then stabbed her.
Okay. You do anything else on your turn?
No, I only get one attack.
Don't you have a bonus action offhand?
Yeah, but it's probably not worth the damage. It does like D6, I think.
Okay.
D4.
Mortar's turn.
Okay, Mortar. People had you had finished up your project. You now have your big ol' hand. You had stuff has happened. You kind of started to get out, and suddenly, Trabold holding a completely like unconscious Gort, along with Victorion and Issa, kind of flipped the room. Also, there's another guy in the room called Carl, whom you probably saw at the port, but you didn't realize I guess he's here too, and he waves. But you've realized something was about, and you kind of have moved back into this chamber, where there seems to be a combat occurring. And luckily, Shrumley and Shrumley Jr. Okay, actually, Shrumley Jr. would probably not be right here, but they'd probably be over here. I'm sorry for they just got lost in the amass of tokens, so I wasn't thinking about it. Aren't dead. They both look alive. There's a massive corpses, and right now, it looks to you. I mean, it's a little distance, and actually, at this point, the steam will be gone too, so you'll be able to fully see it. It looks to be that Hazel just stabbed Sardonyx. What do you do?
I have a question though. How big is the actual body pile? 'Cause those are large creatures.
Yeah, that's something I've been thinking about. Where I will say it's difficult terrain. It would be a giant that is laid down upon the rest of the tokens you see. The giant's actually at the top. I just put it. The only reason it's not is just so I guess for visibility of each people I wanted to have at the end of last session for like looting purposes, just so people knew it was there.
Yeah.
But,
Would I even be able to see over a huge creature
Well,
on top of multiple large creatures?
So, maybe not. Previously there was a bit of like steam that came up that blocked Victorion from doing stuff, but when I was playing, they weren't there. However, I don't think so. Especially since people are not at a higher platform right now. I think you would be able to hear stuff's going on, and there's definitely some confusion, but I don't think you'd be able to see directly behind the big giant.
All right.
Which, just to confirm, Normalists, that wasn't too much of an issue with you because you were at like an angle here and mostly doing stuff to someone over here. So that it's not something that would have applied to you when you were doing stuff. Albeit maybe towards the end of last session there might have been some weird stuff with that. Whatever, we can keep going.
Would Mortar be able to get over the gap?
I'm hearing messages. Is someone else getting messages? Because I'm not.
Is Abaddon getting a lot of pings?
Yeah, I was quite curious about that.
Don't know. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, would I be able to get over this gap or do some extra shenanigans?
So
that's like a.
Yeah, you can just if it's no more than I think you'd probably be able to do it. Yeah, I'd say there's a little more space right here, and you gotta jump it. That being said, from here to here is like you'd have to do a whole jump for that.
Yeah,
that's why here, it's 5. You can merely do it. Yeah,
that's why I wasn't
yeah,
going to try and do the long jump.
Yeah, but this space and this space would need long jumps, and to get on this island at all. Well, maybe not.
Actually. It's a good thing Mortar's only going to be able to move over to here. Kind of like, moving along, jumping over the gap, and then moving to the edge too. maybe see what's happening a little bit.
Okay. Abaddon, it's your turn. Assuming Mortar is it your turn, not doing anything else?
Yes, I can't get over there.
So there's some pillows here, but they're not that tall. But you can kind of see that, like, that clone of you see Sardonyx, but I mean you see this a fake Sardonyx is still up, just kind of standing there. So you're not really sure what's going on that. You see a person that you think's an enemy, but they're just kind of standing around sitting, and they look like they just do a history or insight check, but yeah, history insight, and you just do it. Just do it. One of those. I'm not gonna. It's not gonna take up your action or anything. Okay. The way the person's sitting and the strand of things, and the fact that you thought this is an enemy, and a lot of other things, it's hard to put. It weirdly reminds you of like. Back in Borgard, in like the in the catacombs, when you fought the Moose Knight, when they kind of had that bout of strange behaviors, and they kind of been like sunk against the wall, and just had, you know, in the realm of thought. This kind of reminds you of that.
Okay.
Is there anything else you'd like to do for your turn? And again,
I
did not cast you your action.
I cannot do anything.
Okay. Abaddon.
Yeah.
It's your turn. I'm assuming Sardonyx has sent you things and may have given you information.
Yeah. I will take the flint knife now.
It's on the ground, so I think you guys can pick up things as a free action, right? Or no?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a free object interaction.
And then I will aim at the rune that was described. And give that as many attacks as I possibly can to destroy it.
Okay. And you're aiming at Sardonyx? As in her body, right? Who are you aiming at?
Well, yeah, what's it called? The rune.
The tattoo.
Well,
Yeah.
It's a tattoo, but yeah, which centers along their chest area. Okay.
Yeah. And
Make an attack with a dagger if you have a dagger. Otherwise, just roll a
oh yeah, I've got,
d20 plus your dex.
yeah, I've got a dagger here.
Okay.
No
Also,
worries.
meta-wise, for future stuff, I don't know why I didn't do this sooner, but Sardonyx's thing, I probably should have done that because it would have been way more of a hype moment. I completely forgot. This knife is would have actually given you like more like a plus it probably would give you a +3, so that would have been 16. Either way, you hit. Well, actually. No, actually, but you wouldn't hit. But because of the extra bits, you do hit. Okay.
Yeah. Alright, and as the knife sinks in,
Meaning it's a magic weapon. Ooh, at least that. Roll damage. But also, you don't really need to. Well, actually, roll damage just to see how much for other purposes. I'll get to that later, just in case you go crazy. Okay. You managed to make a stab into, well, somewhere around the center of Sardonyx's torso. Somewhere around the ribs, maybe closer to like, God, what is that bone that's at the bottom of a rib cage?
Sternum?
It's yeah, sternum. You stab like just slightly near the sternum, like right along with it. You might not stab sternum off, but you stab really close to it. And you watch as suddenly the blade, the flint knife, seems to glow a little bit, and this strange, like, which is not something you thought would happen, and then the tattoos or this strange, like, inky, like, you know, substance that forms, like, spiral runes across. I don't know, spiral, but it forms this strange rune across her body, which again, it goes across her body. She's wearing clothes, so you can't see the whole thing either well. Kind of suddenly becomes zigzag, and it starts morphing a little bit, and then suddenly just breaks and vanishes. Like it just kind of like comes off her skin like into little flakes that just kind of burn up into nothing. And then Sardonyx immediately falls to the ground. Combat
Fuck
is
you.
over. The issue is over. However, Sardonyx, do a Sardonyx, I'm gonna give you a choice. You can either try to immediately leave Abaddon's body and try to get into the now soulless body of yours. And I'm not gonna have you do a save for that. Or, if you want to, you could try staying in Abaddon, or try, which I don't recommend, but I want to give you the options, I guess. Or, put your soul back into the, into the corpse of Kodran that has no tattoos. I don't know why you do that, but you could. What would you like to do? I can't tell if that's a.
I don't know why I'm typing. I'm sorry.
I can't. I couldn't tell if it was a sarcastic smile or like a yay smile. I don't know why it would
No,
be sarcastic.
it was definitely sarcastic. It was
Oh.
definitely
Oh,
sarcastic.
I'm sorry.
I'll go back in my body, thank you.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay, good. I didn't know if you're. Okay. Over here. Okay. So
That
Sardonyx,
was
use. Let me shift the music a little bit to something different. Where's the? I'm probably gonna need to make my own one of these so I can kind of keep with some music. FK music still in there. Where's you got rid of Witcher stuff, I assume, in case it was copyright.
Yep.
Do you have like let's see what's in here. Yeah, I was gonna preview. That works. Or that works too. Okay. But yeah. So suddenly, Abaddon, you feel the soul leave your body and zoom back into Sardonyx. Sardonyx, the fact that you could even move your soul in that way, you are of no clue if that's a thing just people can do, or if that's unique to you, or who knows what. But you just survived an out-of-body experience. Kodran is assumedly dead. Axer looks to be kind of a little confused, but mostly basically docile at this point. And the tattoos, which were once on Kodran, then on your body, are completely gone. The room is hot. It's not a nice place to be in here, but it's nice to have your body back. What would you like to do? Or actually, sorry, I shouldn't frame it. You guys can just kind of speak and do stuff now.
I'm a gasp. Sardonic grabs her throat and then touches her body. What the fuck was that?
I'm very confused, actually.
I'm also quite confused. I think I did the right thing.
My head hurts. I don't know what happened. Like she's visibly shaking, trying to stand up.
I offer her a hand up.
She looks towards Axe. I see. She is still. And then she, like, faints in Hazel's hand.
Hazel very gently sets you on the ground. She's not going to hold your dramatic body. She's like, no, go, okay. I don't know what to interpret from that. I don't know what to interpret from Axer. Do they also have one of those things? Like, I don't know.
Axer, sorry, did you ask if Axer also has a
No,
tattoo?
she's basically saying
She
what I said
actually,
about
let me rephrase.
Axel.
She has
Because I was
some
like,
something on her body, but it's clearly a different thing. It's not this pitch black tattoo. It looks like she just has like Goliath birthmarks or some normal Goliath tattoos or face tattoos.
Okay. I still have no idea what to infer from Sardonyx's thing. Sorry, I'm a little out of it today.
you're fine.
Yeah, you're not the only one.
Salonix sits up after a couple seconds. Oh,
Okay. So while this is happening, some of you, Mortar, you guys can move around, but I'd say, assuming Mortar gets closer and kind of gets into phase, and also at this point, I assume, since wild shit happens, unless it's there supposed to be there for hours, I assume the fake Sardonyx would be gone, right?
it's only an hour, so
Okay, so I mean, it's not concentration either, right?
no, it is.
Okay, so it's just still there. So, Mortar, you're now here. You see the fake Sardonyx. I think you'd probably be able to move around a bit and get to the other island if you want, get to the other place if you want, just by jumping. Assuming you do that. Actually, first, do you do that or you just stay on the central island, Mortar?
I would probably go stay on the central island, 'cause there's a lot of stuff there.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Some of you guys would see Mortar, albeit, as they mentioned, Mortar was right. Haldir, or I don't know her name, but the ice giant was pretty big, and they were on top of some other large people, so there is a massive, like, pile of corpses here. Albeit, at this point, I would say, like, Trummy Jr. is a little confused what happened there, but a little bit, seconds earlier, but now it's like, whatever, and they're now kind of reaching under Haldir to pull out some of the, maybe the Yeti or the pseudo troll, or what you want to call it, to get some munchies, and kind of ripping bits of them and kind of pulling into the magma below. Abaddon, you no longer have the kind of soul in your body, and this rage is kind of over now too. So maybe you're a more clear thought. Do you do anything regarding the corpse in front of you?
As in Cordran now, or
Yeah, Kodran's corpse.
yeah, I take the hammer.
Okay. The hammer again has some bit of frost on it, since the tattoo's no longer there. Or that which kind of meaning it seems to be back to its magical state.
All right. I'll take this pretty hammer and Sardonyx. What the fuck was that?
I was talking and I'm really it's gonna hold her head and be like, I don't know. But Sardonyx eventually just gets up.
I forgot she was unconscious. It's. Any of you have any fucking idea what that was?
I'm afraid not.
Actually happened.
Okay, so none of you have ever heard of anything like this, seen anything like it.
Again, I don't know what happened.
I know what happened. Sorry, I know what happened. You see, as Axa raises their hand
All right,
and begins to
spit it out.
speak, kind of looking at you from the sidelines.
All right, spit it out. What happened?
Yes.
This is so fucking complicated, but before I say anything, I'm fine with you guys. I don't like Kodran, and I apologize for my previous stunts, but I'm fine with the things that whatever, we can get to it. I have a parasite inside of me. which was being controlled by a parasite inside of Kodran. And Kodran, from what the parasite inside me is telling me now, is dead. But their parasite is still in that corpse, and my parasite doesn't like that parasite. Is that does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense. Ian, do I currently sense anything magical still on I still have detect magic up. Do I sense
So,
anything
Kodran,
magical
yes.
still on Kodran?
You still sense something magical. But
Where?
you in them, in their body.
Is that the only one?
Possibly in their stomach, possibly in their intestinal tract, somewhere inside of them. It's not within, it's not an exterior thing. Meaning they might have eaten a wand, or they might have like a magical organ of some kind. Or maybe, but unlikely, since you didn't sense it from, I don't think you sensed it from Axer. Actually, well, you don't. Actually, it could also be Vizlago, but you're not really sure if that would read up as magic or not.
Nah, creatures typically are not read as magical. It's more items and objects.
Yeah, typically creatures don't align, so you're not thinking it would be that.
No.
Meaning, and it's possible maybe it's a little hat that the worm wears. You aren't really sure.
Okay. One more thing. I can determine the school of magic in which it is.
What does that even mean? Well,
if it's a magic
item,
just said you can't do anything to an animal. I thought.
Huh?
Didn't you just say you can't use detect magic on a creature?
Yeah, so he doesn't know by that.
That means it's not a creature.
Meaning it would be something else. It would be a different thing. It wouldn't be the worm
okay.
itself. Meaning it could maybe be something the worm is wearing, or it could be something that's inside, or maybe like a little like I don't know. It's probably not like a little dollhouse inside.
Is it something that has? Is it an enchantment? Is it an illusion?
It seems to be an item. That's if I can say that. It's not. It's not like the product of a spell.
Right. So, I have a plan. I just have a question for you, Miss Axa. Do you know what magical item is within Kodran's body?
No. I didn't know he had one in
there. No clue at all.
I honestly didn't. I knew the tattoos are magic. I didn't know what they did. Which I know that it.
No, that's fine. Here's what we're going to.
There's something you need to know.
Yes.
The tattoos prevented the parasite from taking over Kodran's brain.
Okay.
That's the other thing it did.
Good to know. Abaddon, I need you to cut here and here with your axe. And I'm pointing on Kodran's body. Above it, north of the object, and south of the object.
Gotcha.
Slice, slice.
This is where it's a necklace fireball and you just set it off.
So...
Just cut it open, the word, got like little arms, just fucking like breaks it.
Christ, I always hate doing this. This is so nasty. After after Abaddon makes the two cuts into Kodran's body, Nornless will reach in and attempt to quickly remove or locate and remove the magical item in question, magical object in question.
As you begin that process, I would like you to take a intelligence saving throw.
Yeah, I'm great at those. Like, actually, this time, though.
Yeah, at this
I'm
point, Mark...
I'm going to guess it feels pretty good as a wizard to get those, since those don't come up that often.
Yeah, no, they really don't. That's 10 plus, which isn't great. That's 18 total.
Yeah, so you feel like whatever's in... I mean, not the object you're looking for. I mean, perhaps. Or more so, the worm inside tries to, at a close range or distance, try to send a message or try to distort or prevent your body from doing something. It's possible that when Abaddon just weirdly still for a while, that's what happened, but you're not fully sure. But whatever it is, you push it away. Your mind's too strong. Your intellectual brain is too much for this thing.
So I reach in and very because Norlis is a squeamish person. He doesn't enjoy blood or gore,
Oh yeah,
so he's kind of like fucking choking back bile. Is trying to very quickly locate and grab it. I have a direct.
do a
Essentially
medicine check or
Okay.
investigation. I guess. Yeah, sorry.
Ooh, investigation. Can I do investigation?
Well, okay, let me think about this.
The only
if
reason
you're
I ask
trying
is if
to-
it's within a foot of me. This really would be an
Oh
investigation
wait,
check.
oh wait.
I roll
shit,
with
yeah,
advantage,
okay.
so
So you can maybe do kind of both. I think the idea is this: if you want to if you're trying to search for this thing by organs or whatnot,
no.
medicine check's good. If you're trying to kind of pinpoint and look out for particular things that look of note or odd, or you're trying to kind of, or more so, search for movement while kind of making mesh. I mean, perception also makes sense to this, but I think investigation, because you're investigating this whole area, kind of looking
Yeah.
for something.
I have
think we can do
essentially
that.
a direct line of sight with
Yeah.
the object. I know exactly where it is, so I'm just reaching in and grabbing it. So I'm gonna roll
Yeah.
investigation. That is a 15 plus 5, so 20, 30, 20.
So you see.
I rolled 2 15s, by the way.
Okay, first of all, how squeamish is Normalus? Like, if something really gross happened, would they like straight up like punch back, or would they vomit profusely just to meet? Like, if something really nasty happened, what would they do?
Normalist is an aged person. He aged, not Asian. And he's seen his fair share of gross things. He's witnessed childbirth. It's that gets messy and gross at times. So he's not terribly squeamish, but he will probably throw up in his mouth and swallow it.
Okay.
So
You
he wasn't
see-
doing a, oh, good heavens, and then passing out.
No.
You manage to reach in, and there appears to be, well, you feel what you feel like is an object. It feels kind of odd. It's like a plasticky, silky tube that you quickly realize is some type of like coating, or more so clothing or armor even, for what appears to be somewhere between a Caecilian. Oh wait, shit, I'm about to list a bunch of shit you guys aren't gonna know, but I'm gonna do it anyway, and then I'll fucking translate. Somewhere between a Caecilian, like as in those amphibious like worm as in amphibian worms. A like nematode or roundworm, so like think of like a heartworm but big, and like maybe like a earthworm, kind of more so like a polychaete, like as in it's got little bristles at the side maybe.
Okay.
Mainly those first two, as in it has a little mouth, but it also is like.
I'm assuming I
Most
pulled this out of
fairly simple.
Kodran. I'm not seeing this while it's split
yes.
inside of him.
So what happens is you grab like a two. Actually, think of like, you know those little like okay, certain pencils or pens, more so especially mechanical pencils. They'll have a little band on the pencil. You know what I'm talking about? That
Yeah.
little rubbery thing.
Yeah.
Imagine that on a worm. That's what you picked up.
Okay. So I have a worm with
and you're
a
taking hold of
container
that
around
as
it.
like the worm kind of scrolls, like kind of like, you know, swirls on your finger, and the worm's around like 5 or 6 inches long.
Okay.
That
Kind
is
of.
a lago.
Okay. I was kind of bringing. Okay, I didn't know if Normalists would be kind of spooked by. I've seen it. They knew about it. I didn't know if the parasite kind of swirling around its finger was going to be too spooky for him. Okay. You now the creature kind of looks at you, and you aren't sure if it's going to spit acid out of your hand or what. And it's obviously covered. Well, it's not that covered in gold. I mean, it's a little silky, but yeah. You now have the magic item and worm kind of in your hand.
I hate
And it doesn't seem to speak to you just yet.
I hate this so much. This is not okay. Now that we've secured anything potentially gainful from Kodran, Abaddon, if you would throw their body into the fire, into the lava, I mean, I don't want anyone to be able to easily bring back as arduous an enemy as this, so disposing of their body is the best means that we can do right now. Miss Axel, I believe I have something your worm hates. I don't want it.
I'm trying to. God. I don't know how to put this, but the worm inside me is telling me that it feels that what is in your hand deserves an apology, but that that it should apologize to you, but I don't know how to imagine if I don't even know how to explain this properly because it's saying that if you were to jar a creature, it would be like putting someone in poor confinement if that is your goal. But since their crimes are great, you could consider that, but it would be more ethical just to kill the creature rather than put it in a jar if that was your goal. I don't know why it would be, to be honest with you. Normalist, do a history check.
I'm great at those. Oh, 6 plus 8, 14.
Okay.
Probably not gonna get a whole lot with that.
I forget if this has been mentioned, and I thought this was at least mentioned at some point, but so jarring a worm is a weird thing to think about, but it is something of historical significance. You see, there was a guy named Clamdar who did not. These things that at this point, Norlis, you would realize there's Lagos. I think you would know what that is. You're
Okay.
not deeply familiar with them.
Okay.
But you have an understanding what they are. And you would know that in the past, there was a guy that really didn't like these things, and one way he would kind of gather them, instead of killing them, was to put them in jars. And the idea is these things, for whatever reason, can go without nutrients and shit, and could live in a jar, theoretically, for hundreds of years. They just really don't like that. That's what you know, meaning it's the parasite within Axer probably was within the understanding or the guesswork that was expecting you to assumedly have a jar to put this thing in, and was advising you that if you were to do so, and for like a long-term, I don't know, torture means or whatever, that it would rather you just kill the worm that it doesn't like.
I have no gripes with this worm except it's gross and wriggly and I don't want to hold it anymore. It was an enemy and we defeated it. Unless you want to do something with it, I will be throwing it into the lava now.
Okay. Normalist, you finally hear it try to speak into your mind. It says, will you accept any other choice? Could you put me back in the body and I'll just leave you alone? Sorry. Could you put me back in the body and let's leave you alone?
As they ask me that, Abaddon has now thrown Kodran's body into the lava.
After taking off his belt.
No, he doesn't have a belt. All magical items are off of him.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, nah, bro, I'm free pointing that guy.
Yeah,
The worm doesn't know this, though.
Oh. Okay.
The worm is able to do all sorts of insane shit when it's in a body. When it's out of a body, it can't even see.
Gotcha.
Huh.
I would remotely know that as Norlis. No, that body is now gone.
You might not
Um,
to what extent. I actually say that Norlis might not know that piece of information. You
Okay,
know the
that's
existence
fine.
of these things. You don't know the like
That's-
anatomical specific stuff
it's
in
not
because they're
terribly
largely a very
important.
rare and crazy thing. But yeah,
Can I discern anything about the magical item around the worm? Is it just a bonding agent, a tether, a controlling mechanism? What is it doing to the worm? If I
you
can
think that,
divulge that.
given that you know that this worm was able to control other worms, this Lyco must have a higher standing than some of the other ones.
Okay.
perhaps this is a magical item that either allows for that or is a something that maybe is magical but doesn't really need to be, and it's more of like a show of like prestige. Perhaps like the
But it
magical
is
nature of it's
magical.
unclear, but perhaps this is like someone like wearing like specialized armor or a king wearing a crown or something like that. Now what it does is unclear to you, but that's one possibility. Otherwise you can do an Arcana check.
Nah, Norlis's curiosity is piqued, so he will simply attempt to remove the worm from the item and throw it into the lava. The worm, not the item.
The worm seems to struggle a bit, and
It's a worm.
It does send a single message into your mind. Since a Dinolel, that is my name. I regret your actions.
Okay.
Actually, if that was two of a spooky voice, it probably would have not as.
That's
but
fine.
Yeah, it would be like that. Okay, go.
I've just got this mental image of Nonless fighting over a fucking worm over like a tiny ring. Give it here!
Norlis has a strength of 11. He is not the scrawny wizard.
Okay.
So
you see the
Yeah.
worm, little Talago, burn up into the flame.
Yep.
At this point, you guys have been in the room. You're still in the room. The room is a room of active lava.
Yes.
You guys are sweating.
Yes.
Mortaz
You guys
honestly just
are
been
always in
staring
a
at
state
me.
where you could talk for things, you could figure things out with Axer, but right now it is uncomfortable to be in here by a lot. It is not something you like to be in here any more than you want to.
Alright, look, everyone. I figure I speak for most of us. I'm sweating my ball sack off. Let's get the fuck out of here. Axer, I'll make this very clear to you. If I ever see you again working for Durak, I will skin you alive and eat you.
But I'm not sure we'll have a problem with her working for Dorak. How about you say? Here to join Akdola, cousin?
Here to join what?
Was that
I
Dr.
didn't hear you. Can you repeat that,
Yeah, you
Sardonyx?
Same.
Sardonic says she doesn't work. I don't think we would have a problem with her working for Dora. As she looks towards Axel. And she also
I
says,
don't like Thorak.
Amethyst was still
I've done
speaking.
things in the past. I don't. I'm sorry.
Yes.
What?
She says, get to join Akdola, cousin.
Care to join our Durak cousin?
Akdola.
Akdola.
Akdolar is there at village.
No, I understand. I just didn't hear that. That's the word I was
I-
getting confused on.
I didn't think you were. I didn't think you were privy to that. That's. Thank you. Yes, I would like to. And she kind of, it's perhaps that recognizing that in her mind is an act of generosity, regardless of if it is or not. She kind of reaches out to kind of shake your hand. Sardonyx.
No scholar on the formalities of royalty, but I do believe you bow to a princess.
Well, in a way, I thought of myself as one such thing, but I am lesser to that, if anything, at this point. And then she places her axe to the side and steps up from where she's kind of sitting, and then like leans in, lifting her arm, and does like kind of
The
an
formal
awkward
knee
but
bow.
proper Goliath bow, something that we can come up with specifics of it, but I think something that like Abaddon and Sardonyx would be deeply familiar with.
Cool.
Alright. Yep, that's a proper bow.
Understood. So,
That's our formality. You are older now, aren't you?
Older now? What? Can you repeat that? Did you say older now?
No, well, no. She's basically saying, Axel is older than Sardonic. Like,
Yeah, but by like probably like 6 to 8 years, maybe more. Probably around that.
maybe more, a lot more.
Okay, well yeah. Oh wait, I forgot how young Sardonyx was for a second. Okay, wait, yeah. Okay, yeah, a lot more, like 10 to 14 at least. Okay. Maybe more than that actually. Either way, yes, I am older now, or older than you. I'd like to apologize for what just happened, but we can discuss this in the other room if you'll have me.
I believe that you have a more important thing to do at the moment, which is
Oh, shit.
go back through the cave system and call off the rest of the assault.
I'll do so. However, the fact they're not already in here is concerning. But I will meet you either back here or further within, if that's acceptable.
Strummy,
I would love to meet you here.
Strummy and Strummy Jr., this person and this person alone is allowed passage through here to the chamber. They are a friend of us and a friend of Molitor. And I repeat that out loud to the groups, to those who don't speak Primordial.
Okay. I would say this time around you don't need to do an animal handling check. I think they have some. I think yeah, especially since Moritar's here. They will. I'll say like, yeah, I think you don't need to do an animal handling check. I think at this point, based on some previous ones you've got, they've kind of earned your respect, but also have started to kind of hear speech a little more. Not to say they don't get spoken to that often. It's just they're always at a. The way they engage with such things is odd. That's it.
Okay.
But yeah, no. The creatures seem to shake their head to some degree, indicating they understood.
Excellent. I believe Molitor is waiting for us to go further in. Miss Axel, if you would please handle that. If you need to come back or not, or what have you, you can find us in the further chamber. Everyone else, that, and that are magical items. If you wanted to gather those and leave this chamber and proceed forward, we should do so.
No, say
Yeah,
less, friend.
I still have detect
great.
magic up, so I just point at everything that is currently
Yeah.
not being wielded.
Yeah, the biggest of things that are of great significance that aren't being held by a player character party member.
We can touch on
Obviously,
that
well,
later.
actors-
It's not.
actors-
It's
yeah,
not
okay.
horrible.
Well, but one thing I will mention is that the axe that the Bear Knight once had many sessions ago
Yeah,
is in the hand of Guller of Gurk now.
Yes.
So you guys start to leave the room. Mortar is in the room, and you see them, and you guys walk together as you return to or move to the back into the well, the artificery, well, actually the laboratory. And you guys notice Mortar slightly different. Also, the door would be open, I think. Sorry, Mortar, would you have left that door open?
I would have gone out and then closed it behind me, not have left it completely
Okay,
open.
so in that case, that door's still closed. But you guys see Moritar has a new feature to their armor. Their left hand, which from memory of some of you is the hand that sorry, is the hand that has the wolf-bitten hand on it, is much larger. And is like almost a large gauntlet. Think of it like, kinda like these gauntlets from League of Legends, but there's only like one of them. But and there's a little bit of like hint of dragon skill here there, but it's mostly it looks to be like deeply kind of aligned with their armor, and maybe parts of it might look vaguely skill-like, but mainly I think there's some images that Mortar has that kind of work with some of it. We can kind of work with it later on. We have specific stuff. But it does look like a big, like, you know, arm that looks like it would be not something that you would want to get hit by.
Also, when it's moving, you can hear sloshing coming from inside of it.
That's
That's
horrible.
Thanks, I hate it.
It's not in a... Okay, if it was a person, that would be really bad, but if it's mechanical, I feel like the sloshing's less spooky. That's my 2 cents.
Right.
Molitor, you made some changes, it looks like. We routed the siege of Kodran, You've returned. Do you want to update us on the situation here? Because, frankly, there is a lot to explain to us because there's a lot going on.
This is Issa, by the way.
Yes.
Actually, I can just use a small Issa. That's probably fine too.
Well, actually, have Mortar's health be where it should be.
Yeah.
Well,
But well, what would you like to know?
no, you're not adept. What is going on here?
Well, as you can see, this is a facility for research and development of various things.
Yes, and were you born here is a good first question.
I mean, I'm assuming you've been in the other rooms.
I assume you understand we would like a little transparency here and not dancing around your words as you are apt to do.
I mean, at this point, where was the tube room? Because the tube room was open, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it was open.
Yeah,
They
Martha?
saw some of the partial creations.
Yeah, Mortar
You're-
walk into there. And just be like, well, you should have probably read the names on these. I'm assuming you aren't a dullard, so you should be able to put 2 to 2 together.
I do not believe in our time knowing each other you have ever actually answered a question given to you.
You cut off Norris.
Oh, damn it.
No, I do not believe. And then it was I didn't hear anything, and then you said to you.
I do not believe that in our time together you have ever answered a question that was directly asked to you. And that is quite frustrating. Can you just be forthright?
Would that not put us in the same boat then?
I've answered many questions clearly.
But not the ones about why you were here.
Because I didn't want to be taken advantage of. We've covered that as well.
Alright, it seems the both of you are sort of at odds with each other.
I just
But-
want information, and I want to not dance around for it. We have aided them in their goals, and I feel like we have earned the respect to have questions answered in a succinct manner.
Alright, well, I've got a few questions, and you seem to have a lot of questions. How about we start off easy?
That's fine
Mortar?
by me.
Mortar?
Yes, Abaddon.
Are you amicable to these conditions? You will answer questions truthfully and to the point.
Abaddon has
on
a book, standing before a judge.
I will answer the ones that I deem are necessary to be answered.
Alright, I will begin because I know you the longest. I would have assumed that you had a regular birthday. You probably don't. You come from a tube. Do you celebrate birthday like normal people, or do you have like a sciencey
Yes, this
thing?
is definitely the question we need to be asking right now. This is the most pertinent information.
This
Yes,
is-
because I do need to go. I need to go. Listen, I need to go birthday shopping next week, and I need to know if I need to shop for Mortar too. Of course, of fucking course.
Well, look, you know, I just got fucking booty fucked by a goddamn ghost, and I don't
You
know what
what?
the other. I just fucking had to rent out half my goddamn body to some other ghost. Had a goddamn squatter slugging me. You know, I want to have some joy. So,
To answer your question, Abaddon, no,
Yeah.
I do not celebrate that. It is a waste of time and resources.
that explains a lot of your depression.
A cake
Alright.
is 2 copper. How stingy are you?
That's very sad.
Mortar's gonna just look at them and gesture around the dark, dank laboratory.
Oh no, you grew up in the
On
laboratory.
a volcano, mind you. This is on a volcano.
This is a place where Cake has never been.
He can literally bake a cake in his chest. What's his fucking issue? What's his
Wait.
excuse?
Right.
Um,
I believe we
He
are.
is a
Easy
walking
bake
oven. Exactly. He's
Believe
a
we are.
walking
We are
easy bake.
deviating
Hey.
just a touch.
I
You
should
know, you.
say,
Yeah.
I should say that given the amount of stuff in here, and if any of you have flour, you
Oh my
probably
goodness,
could
no.
bake it if you wanted to.
That's
Okay.
what I'm
Ian, this is
fucking-
Ian, this is
Noted.
not
I'm
important.
Noted.
Noted.
How
Let's
is this
go.
not? How is this not important?
I didn't say it's unimportant. I said we're deviating.
We're easing him into answering honestly,
Yes.
I was out of character.
and
My bad.
he just admitted to being a depressing person at any given birthday function.
How
Just
don't
a
you have a
birthday.
follow-up question? You seem to have a train of thought here. So,
Yeah. Coming off the birthday question, was your birthday in any way, shape, or form related to the fire of Serta?
I believe tangentially related, yes.
Speak truthfully and speak honestly and speak concisely. You sound like you're trying to hide something.
Okay, more time. If you want slight help with this question, because I know it might be a little of an awkward area, we can go to the other chat real quick if you want.
Yeah, I gotta do that because I don't want to say something and be like, hang on a minute, that's wrong.
Okay.
alrighty.
Y'all thought I was derailing.
Yeah, no, I as soon as I heard you talk about the flamethrower, like my eyes narrowed. I'm like, oh wait, he's not joking. Oh, this was intentional. That was a very good play. I need to have faith in you that you'll land the bit.
Thank you. I mean, to be fair, I just winked that shit out of my ass.
I mean, you did good.
Very good, actually.
Hang on, I'm looking in the Roll20 chat. Did Ian name the fucking Parasite after a toothpaste brand?
He did.
Maybe.
I guess I'm going to hope that I'm just gonna hope that he had a tube of Sensodyne on his desk, and that's the only reason. Because if there's any other reason, it's bad.
I laughed so hard. I laughed so hard.
I'm just now
So-
noticing it. Incredible.
Morta, you there? You kind of blanked out.
I have answered truthfully.
You're a dick.
I do not believe I am one of those.
Oh.
It's no question that time. Who made this place? Or
Marta's going to walk over to another room.
what made this place?
Oh, you motherfucker.
Marta's gonna walk over to the door and just creak it open, let it slowly creak it open.
Normalus,
Hi.
roll a history check, Normalus,
Okay, I'm great at those.
or other people if you want.
you might
Dirty
wanna,
20. Dirty 20.
You might want to
12
delete
plus
the door
8.
so they can see.
Oh, I will.
Yeah, we can't see anything.
So as I open the door, before I open the door, what roll did you get, Normalus?
Dirty 20. 12 plus 8.
Now, if we are to go by the tales that are probably told by children in Flagerberg and the nearby settlements, the assumed answer is a dragon.
Okay. Oh. That's a dragon.
You guys see the
Oh.
possible corpse, or maybe just possibly sleeping, more likely, I mean, it could be sleeping, it could be a corpse, you don't know, of a extremely elaborate, very large, very, very large, golden dragon. Its eyes are not open. It is covered in a little bit of dust almost. Not too much dust, it's only been a couple weeks, but, well, yeah, a little bit of dust. There is blood kind of near its mouth and eyes to some extent, but not too much. Just maybe, actually, mainly near its mouth, I guess, per se. It smells a little bit, but it doesn't look like it's rotting.
So, this place was And you were created by a golden dragon. That is fascinating. Why?
Oh, don't all elderly people, don't all elderly beings want companionship in their last days?
No, not dragons. Not typically.
Would the typical dragon live in a lab?
Fair point.
A typical dragon would
And they
live in
have
a
the
lair
fun.
that suits their capabilities and wants. And it just so happens this one is a lab, yes.
And to be fair, while it does live in a lab, it is also a lab in a volcano, which is where you could expect a dragon to be.
Yes.
Sardonyx, you wanted to say something?
Sardonyx, Miss Nicholas.
If you're speaking Sardonyx, we can't hear you.
Excellent.
Whatever.
I suppose I'll just ask again. For what reason were you created?
As I said, all elderly beings desire companionship in their last days.
Alright, I'm not good at these. I'm gonna roll an insight check on Oratar. Please be good. It's not very good. I think it's 13.
What'd you get?
Insight. Yes, 13, 11 plus 2.
I mean, it seems vaguely reasonable, but if that's the case, this means this dragon has lived a very long time, and for whatever reason, if true, they decided they wanted to do something of interest, of great interest, towards the last length of their life, and perhaps there may be greater purpose to Moritar, but their answer seems to be that this creature basically wanted like a dog or a pet, but Moritar is that.
So,
Or
is what you are comprehensively saying is there was no other desire or goal for you besides existence?
That does sum it up.
Moritar, do a insight check, Moritar.
On who?
No, Moritar, do an insight check.
No, I know. On who?
Yeah.
I'm not telling you.
Okay.
It's a list of a.
13.
This is a internal.
Okay.
You realize you don't actually know. You actually don't know whatever purpose you have, if there was one.
Okay.
Meaning, there's things that make sense to you, Moritar, but given the task that was put to you, it could be that.
Right.
Yep.
So, are they deceased? I'm assuming.
Moritar will walk over to him and proceeds to nudge them. Yes, they are quite deceased.
Thank you. I was going to ask for an actual answer this time. Was it of...
You could say they're as dead as a doornail.
A question: would it be disrespectful for us to carve it up into armor and other various utensils?
I would end your life in your sleep.
I'd wager that would be disrespectful, yes.
Well, look, that's why I asked.
Yes,
No
yes.
further questions.
No, I think that was a very fair, very appropriately answered question.
Clearest answer he's ever given.
Truthfully, it is, yes.
Like, no room for misinterpretation.
Did they pass of natural causes? Or was there something that is a cause for concern on their departure?
To my knowledge, yes, they have passed of natural causes.
I only ask because I see the bits of gore around their mouth. I was curious if sickness or poison took them.
I'm not exactly an expert in dragon biology. I've I haven't cut up a dragon before.
That is factually untrue.
Oh,
Well, a gold dragon.
There you go.
Alright, what
You're,
is your goal here, Mortar?
I've been truthful to that from the moment we've met. Stop the volcano from erupting.
Okay, why?
Why would any living being not want to have mass death in a extreme area around them?
Simply
These two,
because I've shown you disregard life in such a grand and consistent scale in our journeys, you do not seem the type to be particularly concerned or bothered by the death of many outside of yourself. It seems uncharacteristic of you to concern yourself with something like this. Normally, I'd say your response would be, "Oh, that sucks. I'm going to get out of the blast range and continue on with your day."
A few villages is nothing compared to a full region of a continent.
Either way, it feels uncharacteristic of you to be concerned about something like this from my travels with you.
The lives of a few are worth the lives of many.
I suppose that's just an answer. Okay. Do you have a plan then, besides just stabbing Tiefling in? What is it you have been working on in here?
Borutat's just gonna point to the big hand.
Oh, that literally it?
Yeah.
well.
Why were you
there are a
working so
couple ideas we'll say
ferociously?
meta-wise, but yeah.
Okay. So, think honestly and think hard. Is there anything important that you think we should know about you, this area, and as a travel companion?
There's a big scary monster behind the door.
What door are you referring to?
So-
The one, can you ping it on the map? I'm assuming it's...
Uh,
No, what door actually at all? I don't know what door you're
there
talking
isn't.
about.
You don't see another door.
No, I
Or,
don't.
sorry, you see doors, but you don't see a door that's obvious Mortar would be meeting.
I don't.
Shit.
Borutat will go to it. I can't remember
I
what it
will
was on
say
the map.
Mortar meta-wise, it is off a map. It's in another room.
But yeah. I mean by
You guys would assume that perhaps down this way, it must lead to an area that
Sardonis,
has
that's
a
because you're not on the
notable
map
door.
and you need to drag yourself onto the map.
I forgot to put you on there. I'm sorry, Sardonyx. I thought you were on here.
Assume that if you scroll out and you still only see blackness, that means you're not on the map.
Yeah, and you can. Yeah, and don't be afraid to ask me about this stuff. I'm sorry if I forget. Here, I'll drag you down.
And you are capable of dragging yourself onto the map at any time from the journal.
Yes.
Okay. At this point, you guys, like, Carl has been here reading books and traveled and has been kind of walked around this area trying to find a place to like put Gort down, and just kind of found some like a blanket here there and just kind of rested on the floor. There aren't really beds here or anything like that.
What is Gurk
yeah.
again?
Gurk is a Goliath.
I'm talking like capabilities. They said Traveled was a Seth. What did they say Gurk was again?
Gurk is a diplomat, amongst other things.
Okay, so not medicinally inclined. That's what I was curious about. Okay, cool. That's all.
They have some crafty skills, but not medicinally inclined.
Got you. Mortar, what door? And I suppose... what monster would be bold enough to live in the reigns of I'm assuming an ancient golden dragon?
why would a golden dragon live on a desolate volcano?
The scenery?
The weather?
The volcano?
You are all greatly misunderstood about gold dragons. They have a great moral mission to safeguard life in a great aspect.
Okay. So you're saying this ancient dragon took residence up here many millennia ago to safeguard the world from the creature that's trapped behind that door that we have still not seen. Is that accurate?
Yes, I would believe that to be accurate.
Excellent. Is the creature the thing that is creating the ash and the volcano to be expediently worsening?
Yes. That is what I understand to my knowledge.
Excellent.
Alright,
In
let's kill
what
it.
world is it that an ancient dragon would fail to kill something that we will succeed in?
The answer is we have weapons of the gods.
Yes, but we are still very mortal.
We don't necessarily have to kill it per se, just keep it dormant.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead.
could I? Okay, get
Yeah.
to Abaddon.
Sorry, I only know the message.
Abaddon's listening into your conversation, and they realize something. Moritar, they're not fully sure of what the makeup is entirely of him. They see a dragon, maybe dragon flame, but Abaddon has reason to believe Moritar is in some way connected to, part of, or whatever you want to view it as, the Fire of Surtur. In this place, you haven't seen something that gives obvious indication of, okay, this is a storage place for Fire of Surtur or anything like that. Meaning, where did the dragon get the Fire of Surtur from? And if there's a monster up there, is it connected to that? And if so, that's a huge, huge, huge deal.
The clogs in Abaddon's head slowly turning.
And there's one thing I wanted to mention, but I don't think Mortar ever told you guys about it, so I'm not going to mention it.
Oh, don't cock tease me like that, bro.
Just to be clear, I'm referring to something that, like, the session Nautilus joined, so I'll just give you a hint, that's about it.
Nautilus, I'm gonna watch that episode. You did record that,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Well, I'm about to do a fucking VOD review.
Okay. What is the creature? Or, if you don't know clearly, you have to at least have some general information about it, yes?
It's a being of fire, and probably magma. It's probably quite large.
Mm-hmm.
Is it an elemental?
That would be a safe assumption to assume it is an elemental.
And you just hear Abaddon smacking his hands on his head. I think I've got an idea. I think I've got an idea of what that thing might be. Nah, don't be stupid. Never mind.
My main plan was to use the axe that can endlessly spout water to submerge the top of the volcano.
Well, hey?
That's a fair idea, but unfortunately pressure just grows in a confined space. And it would actually exacerbate that issue.
That was the plan before we got a tiefling.
Yes. Abaddon, I do want to hear your thoughts. It's not often you have them. I'm sorry.
Well, hey.
No, Nautilus wouldn't have said that. He's far too polite. That was absolutely Titus leaking in.
Well, if it wouldn't have been for my train of thought, we'd still not have Mortar answering questions. So, up yours.
Norlis didn't say that. Ty just said that out of that was not meta or not
My
canon.
my pride had to say it.
That's fine, because you're correct. I would like to know what you have on the creature.
Well, it's a big stretch. It's a very unlikely stretch. But whatever that golden dragon couldn't handle is probably the reason I even came out here, the reason I even met any of you. Whatever that thing is, it either is or holds the fire of Surta.
I thought you came out here to kill that giant, that Goliath fellow who's causing trouble.
Oh no! No, the whole killing giants thing is came later. I really need to talk about that at some point. It's not healthy.
Meta-wise, that is true, by the way. The like, sorry, that was the initial goal.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Very honestly, whatever lies behind that door is, well, it's gonna be important to me either way. So, if it's up to me, I'd like to kill it. What do you know about it, Mortar? Anything?
It is it's a very large, fire-oriented creature.
Mm-hmm. Well, what does it look like? Is it just a big blob of hot shit, or is it?
BB's seen it. I'd wager that he's never opened that door before he had the means to potentially quell the creature.
Oh, chicken shit. All right.
I'm sorry. Did you walk into a beast lair before you have the ability to slay it?
Yeah.
No.
Is that why you've lost an eye?
No, that was an accident.
No.
You see, I sneezed and it just kind of popped out, and we didn't know what to do.
I believe you should probably be careful around fake eyes and certain words.
Look, both of us know the idiot who caused me to throw out the last one isn't around anymore. And unless any of you speak giant and starts to go for a dictionary, we should be safe.
This has been illuminating. Thank you for being clear and concise for the most part, Mortar. It truly is appreciated. How expediently do we need to enact the plan that you currently have set in stone? Because
I don't know. The
just
plan's
weather a
not set in
siege.
stone.
You understand what I mean? I'm not using the most perfect metaphors. I'm a little tired.
How injured does Anonymous actually look?
Oh no, I'm not injured. I'm tired.
Yeah, more attachment.
And what tired means is I don't have all my spell slots. And don't want to fight something a golden dragon couldn't beat without not my peak.
My magic hands aren't doing it anymore.
Shut up. My magic is pivotal. Piss off.
Does anyone else have any more questions?
Girk starts to raise their hand.
Ah, yes, Donix. For a researcher, you're awfully quiet.
So sorry, also does. Girk raises their hand and then I think they're, and then kind of points to Sardonyx, realizing they also raise their hand.
No question. No questions.
Amethyst, are you typing or struggling to talk?
Either. I was under the assumption Dirk was about to ask a question.
And then they point their hand to Sardonic so you could ask your question first.
Ah, I missed that part as well.
Oh, okay. No, I had one question, but like I think I might have lied because when Abaddon asked Morta about birthdays, what was your answer? Sorry.
I've been over this, but yes, birthdays are a waste of resources and time.
So, and you had the
Abaddon's
opportunity to celebrate one.
And if you're asking for my age, it would be roughly 26 cycles.
26.
Abaddon's hand slowly goes up.
What is it, Abaddon?
Should we even call it a birthday, or should we call it like a tube day or hatching day, or?
I believe that's a touch insensitive, Mr.
Well, no,
Abaddon.
I'm trying to be sensitive.
If we want to normalize things, it's just best to call them what they are. The day of your creation, the day you are brought into the world, is the day of your birth. Yes?
It's the day of egg cracking, yes.
Norla's slow turns and Frog blinks at Hazel.
You people are boring.
Firebolt.
Angry.
Boring, Abaddon. We're boring. You have at least 2 people who can fly in here.
Yeah, but you don't want to celebrate birthdays.
He's actually bitter. He's actually upset. Moritar's actually making Abaddon sad. This is great.
You are
Like, he's
stood
got a
next to
full-on fucking pout on his face.
I did.
The single
Like
comically
fucking-
large teal drips down his
Yeah,
face.
like full-on pout.
For,
Like
you are
quivering.
you are literally stood next to a feline person who can summon literal psychic daggers.
Yes, and I celebrate my birthday.
she's fun.
What the fuck are we doing?
Okay,
Right.
Gurk,
Follow.
Just
why is
realizing
it
it's
raising
such a
your hand
weird bit.
again?
I love it so much.
Moritar, actual question. So not to say that our princess didn't have a wondrous question. They did. What are you? Okay, if the dragon has been here for a long time, and there's been a thing back there, is it quite true that the dragon could not beat said creature, or that the dragon did not need to do so, as long as it was here? As in, what was the dragon's presence here? What kept this thing asleep, or non-active, or what?
Oh shit, that's a good question.
It's a very good question. I'd also like to inquire about the definition of dormant here as well, in addition to that.
Well, I mean, the volcano's going to be going off like relatively soon.
God damn.
Like a couple of days.
Yes, I don't believe that answers Gark's question, though. No,
And
mine.
how long has the dragon been dead?
That's not my question.
That was not the question.
My question
need-
was.
That's our character. I'm asking the DM.
Dragon is dead.
How long
Yeah.
has the dragon been dead? Dre is
Um,
asking Ian.
Yeah.
From your understanding, you would have left this place, the thing we discussed. On that day, it would happen, and you probably got to assume it was a morning. You got to the beach of Vala probably that next day, if it happened in the morning. So yeah.
So how many days have that been total now? Probably
A week and a half.
yes, the dragon's been dead for roughly like a week and a half, and the volcano's only recently started to, well, become active. So it would be a fair assessment to say, yes, the dragon was keeping it dormant.
Did they ever speak to you about this creature?
No.
How did you learn of its existence then? Just curiosity.
Well, you see, the being that was mentoring me, gave me life, suddenly passed away. It's some of its last words to me were, there are very potent magic items scattered around the region, and the volcano may become active after it dies. And then I went and checked. Then I checked behind the door.
There was one additional thing, but it's
Are
not
you-
that deeply important.
Yes, Sardonyx.
Are you referring to the dragon as the being that was mentoring you?
I do not believe there's any other being on this island that could, create sentient life.
What they meant by that was
So is that
yes.
why-
They meant yes. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
Oh, I wasn't. You didn't cut me off. I'm like.
Mortar, do a insight check. Well, I use insight for a lot of things, just by the way, people haven't realized. But you could do a history check, but this is something that happened less than a couple days ago. So literally before the last round, assumedly before your last long rest. So I guess you could just do insight to recall this, or recall it and then put two and two together. So could you roll insight?
Yes, I'll roll the drastically worse one.
Oh, okay. Well, Tin gets it anyway. It's given what you briefly saw that Barry was. Oh, sorry, actually. Given the circumstances, I'll be vague about this. Given what you know about what you saw, but you couldn't see too much because of the substance preventing. Oh, I guess I'll say smoke. It's possible that there actually currently is a assumedly alive thing that can, or might be able to. Maybe.
Might be able to what?
Make life?
Oh, okay.
At least like Moritar, maybe?
That really doesn't change Morotar's actual answer.
Yeah.
So yes, it's best we formulate a more solid plan strategy, and everyone can rest up.
I'll be frank. Most of my spells are not terribly great, as they've been against things of fire and magma. Web does next to nothing. Maximilian's nothing grasp is not big enough to restrain a creature of this assumed size. Scorching Ray most likely does nothing. We are not terribly equipped to fight this type of being. At least myself.
At this point, Marta's just gonna look at Nautilus. Just look him up and down, and just stare at him and go, "Ah, yes. You are insufficient. You don't have the sufficient means to fight a being of fire. I would not know how that feels." As bits of fire spurts out of the helmet.
I don't understand why you are making jokes instead of sympathizing with the genuine cause for concern we have.
Nautilus.
Yeah.
Oh wait, okay. So ignore one thing that I'm gonna fix right now because I accidentally moved it. But do an insight check.
Okay.
Within the context, this is about the environment you're in.
I'm great at those. That's a natural one.
Okay, never.
No,
you
I get
see-
nothing.
Okay.
I
I was
get
gonna be like,
nothing.
you see the wall, it looks cool. There we go.
Cool.
That's yeah. The wall looks cool. Okay, that's what you get. It doesn't
Yay.
look cool. You're looking at one.
Alright, I suppose the next step is formulating a plan. Miss
Also,
X.
I do believe there might be some more resources in here. Maybe we can get Headless Joel to come help us.
Headless Joel? Is that what
Joel.
Titus heard?
Yeah, Headless Joel, I think was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Okay. Cool.
Okay,
Yep.
Let's see.
All right.
If I remember the name of it correctly.
Mortar, you would know that Headless Joel would be back in the initial cavern and seemed to be acting a little wacky. And you know that the party was just fighting some people. So either Headless Joel is dead or still out there with a good pile of corpses around it. Which could be the reason why not as many Goliaths showed up.
But yes, I did have you fully check through the potion, all the potions available here.
I only searched for healing reagents. If there were things other than that, I did not look for them.
Well,
If you did walk to one of that doors, you would see that like a drawer's out, and it does look like some of the party may have looked through some of your stuff or gone through some of it. Or not
Yeah,
yours.
well,
Sorry.
Mortar's gonna go in the room and start looking what they ransacked. Just be like, oh.
You see some areas that look like there might be some scrolls missing, and then you see where Nautilus clearly took some health potions. Okay. We don't have to go too late. We can end here if you guys would like.
I'd like to go a little bit longer. Just goes.
Yeah.
I'm fine with whatever.
So, by the way, Mortar, this is Carl. Carl, this is Mortar. They are of questionable morality person in our group. They seek to stop the volcano from exploding. Carl was the one who was as kind to lend us their boat to allow us travel to this volcanic island. Carl, I'm still not entirely certain what you wish to do. You've probably been checking in on this conversation here and there. It looks like we are going to be fighting a primordial elemental at best.
I've given it some thought. I have interest in taking that boat back to where I reside, or used to reside, but many of my battle brothers died in battle in ways that perhaps may have been less honorable than they deserved. If I could fight honorably against some creature, I think it may make up for that.
Should that be what you want? We
I
welcome
don't
you
know
by our
what I
side.
want, but I'll do it.
Alright. So Carl will be joining us in the fight. Trabold is tending to their brother, Gort. As far as I recall, Gort was not knocked unconscious, like down.
Yeah, Vavis fell unconscious due to like blood loss and other stuff, or you aren't fully sure if it was that or like could have been some other circumstance. You aren't fully sure. One thing though is, okay, wait, meta-wise, are belts of giant strength attunement based? Just to confirm, I think they are.
Yes.
Belt, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Did anyone try? Actually, an attunement's a short rest, so no
Correct.
one's unattuned. Okay, and so just by taking off a belt of giant strength does not
No, it does.
remove that from you,
It
right?
does.
Okay, it does remove it.
Yes.
Okay, in that case, you are looking at them, and they're still muscular, but they're not quite as muscular as they previously looked.
Understood.
Clearly, taking that belt off them has shown you closer to their real physique.
Okay. Nornless will approach Trabold, who is
Oh,
Abaddon?
All good, all good.
Okay, that was such a heavy storm. Like, oh, he's fucking down. Oh my goodness. Nornless will approach Trabold and Gort, who is likely abandoning his brother up, getting him to a non-bleeding state. And will lightly slap him in the face, like, not actually slap him, just like tap, tap, tap. Trying to rouse Gort.
at this point, like, Tribble looks kind of weird. Looks to you like in an odd state, but Gort doesn't quite wake up, but at least initially. But after a couple seconds, like, it looks to be they've
Abaddon?
already it looks like they already started to kind of wake up, at least to some degree, and they finally can open their eyes and look at you.
Yay.
And they have no idea if they want to be, they look like they're kind of shifting facial features, like if they're not sure if they should be angry at you or not, and they're really confused. They look just confused to be here.
Oh God, it was through my clemency. Abaddon, are you like falling asleep every 3 seconds, or are you just breathing right into your mic?
I'm just fucking with you.
Okay, stop it.
God.
It was through my clemency that you are currently still alive. I instructed my golem to ask Scrummy to spit you out. And I did that out of goodwill to your brother here, Trampled. I don't know if that's going to leave you being thankful to me or your brother or not, but that is the situation you find yourself in currently. My name is Nornless. It's nice to meet you. I wish we would have met under better circumstances. Nice to meet you again, I suppose, yes. We have
Where's
routed.
Axter?
They will be back with us in a bit. They are ensuring that no more lives are needlessly lost.
What?
They are going back in.
Godra is dead?
Huh?
Is that what happened?
Godra? Yes.
That's the only way that makes sense to me.
Yes. That is accurate.
Fuck.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So, given that information, Godra is dead. Everyone who entered into this chamber to do battle with us besides you and Axa is dead. And Miss Axa is going back to the boat to call off the rest of the seeds, if there's any left.
Are
Abaddon?
they greatly injured?
I think he's out this time.
Abaddon has told me they think they have was like narcolepsy or something. I forget, but maybe not that. Whatever the condition that causes you to sleep like
Mm-hmm.
fall easily is, which I can't blame him too much on
No, absolutely not.
that. That's also this is like one of a couple reasons I asked if you guys wanted to.
Yeah,
leave
no,
early.
we're good.
Well, I say early. 9:20 seems like it's not like a bad time to
We're
end.
good, we're good.
Okay.
That leaves you in the position you find yourself in now. What would you like to do? I know Miss Nymphalis is not terribly pleased with you, but through Triboard's insistence, she is potentially offering you clemency for your actions.
If Axer is working with you, things are safer there. I will. I owe the princess an apology,
I believe you do, yes.
but also I don't know how to say this, but actually I don't know if I can. I heard something. They didn't mean that, did they?
Yeah, I'm afraid you'd have to be much more clear in what you mean.
I wasn't rejected by that person, was I?
Miss Axel?
Yes.
No, I do believe they were speaking out of mind at that moment. They kind of, I'm not certain how it's going to play out. Infected by a parasite. As was Kodran. Are you also, were you infected by a parasite? It would explain a few things, but it does not seem to be that way.
But I've never... I don't believe so.
Do you feel like you've been in control up until now, or do you suddenly feel like you have more control than you had an hour before this?
I don't really feel like anything's changed, no.
Okay, that is a promising thought.
Well, I mean, maybe a little bit, but I heard like my, part of my like ankle almost melted off, but...
Okay.
If you mean, you meant psychological, I don't know.
I meant of mind, yes.
That mall of mine. You have it, I assume?
Yes.
I don't know exactly what you intend to do here. But if you're here to kill a dragon, a breeze fire, or something such as that, or a creature of flame, I don't know if it will be meaningless or greatly useful to you. But I'll wield it if you let me be. If you let me have it.
We can discuss that. You are still a unknown variable at the moment, so arming you potentially is not our most forthright thought.
Okay.
But I do believe there's someone you need to speak to before we go any further. Nornalis reaches a hand out to Gert and to lift him off the ground.
Gort is tall, around the size of you, but they weren't nearly. They were like, a foot to 2 feet shorter than Axer, who was absurdly tall.
Just for reference, Nornalis is 7'3".
Oh, I thought they were 6 something. No, okay, no. In this case, no. Yeah, no. Gord's shorter than you. They're like 6, like 8 or 6'5" or something.
I was just helping him off the ground. That's all I was doing.
Yeah. But Gord kind of begins to stand, and they kind of see Sardonyx as they kind of exit the little I'd say they exit the artificery. Okay, okay, I'm gonna get Abaddon out of here. Abaddon, you awake? No.
Well, I muted them.
On your end, I can still hear them.
Oh, I did the wrong mute. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna just
My bad.
Disconnect. Oh, okay. I think I'm just gonna unmute them, but disconnect them because I don't want them to join later and be confused why they can't speak, and I
Okay.
forget about it. But yeah, Trouble kind of lets Gort move a little bit, and Gort kind of walks through the kind of chamber, looking at everyone, seeing Carl, who they don't know anything about, and they kind of look to the rest of you, and look to Sardonyx, and they kind of lower themselves. Love and circumstances led me to forget my what I owe to where I was born. I am sorry that my stint in the Frostbite clan has caused great harm. And they kind of look around a bit and look to see if you have even like gaze upon them. They're not sure what what will even do. They haven't full on bowed, but they're on their knee, which I guess is close to it. And albeit, it's not the whole special Goliath bow. But they are likely waiting to do that after your response.
So now mixing himself a bit.
Oh yeah, Morotar's just gonna throw a Claire Caddy sword to just at the feet of Sardonyx.
Right now, in the middle of this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
What do you throw?
It's Claire's
A
sword.
sardine sword?
Claire's sword.
Oh, Claire. Oh shit, that. That's actually important for.
That
okay, that'll
is,
be important
but
for
I
something.
wish
I'm
you would
happy
do it at a
you
better
remembered that.
time.
But yeah, it's important, but I'm happy you remember that. Okay. I'd forgotten for a little while.
I'll just
Right.
I'll place
Gort-
my wing on Gort's shoulder. If it was not for your brother, I might have killed you by now. But unless the least, I can say Kodran controlled you. You are forgiven, although I am still not pleased.
Thank you. And they fully, like, before they even stand, they then do, like, kind of raise their arm and do the Goliath bow. And then slowly kind of move back a little bit before they fully stand.
Then Sardonyx is going to pick up the sword that was just flung at her feet by Morotar. Now, why did you throw this at me, Tin Man?
Tin Man.
Sardonyx, the second you touch that, you hear voices in your head. It's Claire, and she's really mad at Morotar. It's hard to even like get a full sentence out. They're just yelling at Morotar, like just kind of it's her voice. You hear it from the sword, as it like zoops into your mind, and it's just continuous for like a good,
I
like,
wouldn't
6 to 8
touch that for
seconds
too
until it
long.
stops.
I'm already holding it.
I won't keep holding it for too long. It gets loud.
Who would? Wait, is it you?
I
They put me in a bag of holding.
Actually, I didn't put it in a bag of holding.
You can't hear that. You can't hear that. Shut your
No,
mouth.
that's just that's a statement like out of
Okay.
character.
Well,
I
they
straight
think you
just put it in
did.
my overbag.
Oh, wait, I thought you did put it in a bag of holding.
I'm almost
No,
positive you
I
said
have-
you did. I feel
No,
like
I have two bags.
did.
Okay.
You did.
No, I have-
It's not terribly important either way.
Okay, they put me in a
Okay.
bag.
Claire, is that you?
Yes. I still don't fully know what I am or where I am, but yes.
Is Sardonyx talking out loud? I'm asking Ian. Or
Yes.
in her mind?
I would assume
No,
yes.
I am.
I assume yes.
I am.
I'm so tired of sentient weapons. What is going on?
Likewise, and my head is hurting.
I can hear kind of people hand me to the person who spoke, and I'll explain it to them. Or I can explain to you. Either's fine.
No, I think it's okay. What? How are you? What? What is going on, Claire?
This blade had
Interesting.
special properties. Upon death, I was absorbed within it. I forgot that would happen. I wasn't actually fully sure. I stole it from my father's collection.
See,
Do you know how you can get me out of here? Because I don't. You have my
Hey.
corpse. Or
we do.
I really hope you do.
Do we?
No,
I
not
tell
at all.
you,
No.
You became mush in a sense.
Okay. Other question. I guess I never really told you who my ally was. Did you happen to meet with Skincrawl?
That name does not sound familiar. No.
Skincrawl Peterson? No? Okay.
Sorry, Skin Crawl Peterson. What a fucking name.
We're getting to the prime of my naming conventions, the prime of my setting. God. Okay.
We've realized. We've realized.
It's so
Um,
good.
Yeah, okay. I guess that's okay. I might owe him something, but not in a negative way. If they can't fix this, maybe others can. I don't know exactly where we are. Could you try? There's a cap, I think, on here on the upper portion of the handle, along. Oh God, I have to remember sword terms.
Pommel.
Sword.
Pommel.
Me.
Pommel.
Okay. Well, not.
Yes,
I was gonna not say pommel.
Just call it Pommel.
In the center of the guard, on flip it, there should be a little oval piece, and you can slide that back. Can you do that?
I can try. Sardonic slides the piece back.
There seems to be an ornate eye that looks to be made of porcelain and painted, but it seems to kind of shimmer a little bit. Shit, it works. Fuck yeah. Okay, I can see now. Thank you.
Yeah. Interesting.
The ornate eye kind of moves and like it goes in and out of states of like looking inanimate to looking, weirdly fluid. Like it looks like an eye, like a real eye, whenever it moves and then stops. All I really have to say is thank you. If you can get me out of this position, go with it. But if you wish to wield me, I think that would be fine by me, whoever wants to. If you have such a person.
You see, I don't think there are any bodies here that I can try to get you out of. But you can be useful.
I don't know
wielding.
how I get out of here. I can't move my. I don't know how I would.
I may
It's on you.
or may not have an ability to have an understanding.
Okay. Like you, an understanding of how you can get me out of here? Like, what would I need to do?
Yes, although it may not be a pleasant one.
What do you mean by that? I mean, I can assume it was. I felt. I kind of just woke up like this when I died. I don't fully understand. It wasn't pleasant or unpleasant when I experienced it. It just kind of happened. I thought I was dead at first, if
Oh.
that's helped anything.
I feel like I would be. I am unsure myself, but with recent events, I may be able to help.
Okay. Well, that still puts me at a standstill. If you may, okay. Well, I'll trust in you to do so when you get a chance. Or I don't want to put too much pressure. I'm fine with being in here for as long as it needs to be. I would rather like to get out of here sooner than later. Like I wouldn't want to be in here for 10 years. That would be bad, I think. Or maybe I get used to it. I don't know.
Just goodness, I don't think we
Okay.
have any bodies. I genuinely do not think there is
Oh,
any.
okay. Either way, I'm gonna end this conversation for now. We can continue it in text RP for a week a little bit, but it's like what's happening currently is you guys see Sardonyx is seemingly still talking to herself with the sword. I forget if it was. Did Sardonyx explain to everyone it was Claire or no? I forget that.
Yes. Oh, well, not explained, but
Yes,
she
you did.
said it was Claire out loud.
Okay, so you guys realize like Claire must be in the sword, and Sardonyx is talking to him. I don't want to kind of push things too late because I know some people are getting tired and Abaddon's kind of fell asleep. Is there anything else anyone would like to kind of mention before we kind of end, or before we get to boom points? As in, I didn't know if people wanted to. We can obviously have the next session to do more stuff and plan or whatnot. I just want to know if there's anything anyone would like to do right now.
No, nothing
Otherwise,
pressing.
Okay. In that case, that's we'll end here. It's a fine place to end. Meta-wise, if you guys would prefer to start like getting a more specific time to end, or like having a hard limit
Nah.
that's earlier than 10. I think 10 functions as a hard limit for the most part. But I can. Well, I say that. On certain sessions, I'm fine with it going beyond.
Where I would
but
sit here
think
for 9 hours straight, like no fucking
Same.
bat an eye.
Yeah, but it's more that I know certain people. I know Victorium sessions they do probably can't stay that late. I get that some people don't want to go for too long, and I can get that. Just saying, just in case. I do know some of you will definitely go long, and if Abaddon didn't fall asleep, I know they'd be down to do it for a long time. But yeah. Other things before we get to boom points. The beginning of this session was real experimental. I recognize that. I think it was a cool idea. Do you guys like it, or do you guys feel it was really iffy?
It was kind of iffy.
Okay.
It was
Because-
really, really experimental and really strong. With only
Yeah.
one save.
Oh, once there was multiple. Okay, sorry. The idea. Oh wait, did I forget?
You only give them one save for that.
Shit, did I forget the wisdom save? Okay, I think I did.
Yeah,
Wait.
that was the only. That
Oh
was
wait,
the.
no.
They
Okay.
failed one save, and that was it.
Okay. I should probably give some context. So the idea initially, if it happened in the initial strike, there would be 3 saves. There would first be the strength save to get off of it. Then there would be the I believe it was wisdom or int. I forget which one. Did we do int or wisdom? Well,
I don't
whatever
think we
that was,
did
it was
int
that
at
save.
all.
Oh, so it was wisdom, and that was to be to basically see if her soul sick's in there, and then there was going to be another save once she gets into if she was forced into Kodran's body, we do another save for there, for int to see if she manages to take control of it or if the parasite stuff, and that's how I planned about it. But since weird stuff happened, it ended up being only one for that last period of time, and that's only because she decided she wanted to like cling on to the knife instead of like letting go of the knife and trying to push her body off, or trying to push the knife with her out of Kodran, and that's why there wasn't 2 saves for that. I always planned for that's the only reason it wasn't 2 saves instead of 1 in that particular situation. I did not intend for like it to be an easy thing to happen.
Okay. I'm not the most favorable of it. That's just my
Yeah.
end opinion.
Okay.
Yep, I feel similarly.
And I will say that whole thing is something that I can't see happening again because that was basically exclusive to Kodran's like tattoo stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the whole soul part. The Zalago stuff is like more Zalagos will be brought up in the game again, most certainly.
Okay.
For that, I just want to make sure that like there's not a issue on that end because I think the initial time I introduced the Lagos I did it in like a confusing way, and I think the party at that point didn't like it, albeit that was before you joined, and that was also when we had like a mostly different group of people. But yeah, any questions or concerns before we do boom points?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. Boom points. Who wants to go first?
I want to give my boon point to Abaddon for really locking in with the route of questioning to segue into Moritar, properly divulging relevant information. It was both funny and very wise. And I'll ping him for that.
Mm-hmm. If I may go next. May I go next?
Yeah, go for
Yeah.
it.
Okay, no one said anything. I want to give my boon point to Nornalis for being very, very like similarly locked in all forms of RP today and really keeping things moving along and like making it really interesting.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say... What?
Well, the other two people are already gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amethyst is lagging right now, so they had to. They left, but they might be back. I don't know.
Okay.
You can do a boom point or a tar, but I'll give one.
The two people I was gonna give my boom point to have gotten him, so
Abaddon?
I'm just not gonna give out a boom point really.
All right.
Oh,
That has always been an option.
Yeah.
okay. I think I will give mine to Abaddon for the birthday. It was a little out of left field, but I think it was funny, and it was interesting.
It was both funny and then it actually ended up being something like narratively important.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was a 1-2, you know.
And I also want to give one to Hazel for, putting up with. I feel this session, due to how heavy, at least initially, it was focused in on the RP, it became kind of like I can get that it kind of forced you into a position where like you weren't immediately involved, and that wasn't really anything that was.
I'll be honest, I didn't really mind. I enjoy.
Oh, okay, good.
Sometimes it's nice to take it back. It's like getting an audiobook. I'm listening to you guys tell a story, and I'm just the audience.
That's so cute.
Sometimes
to
that's
actually think
okay.
of.
I can hear you guys.
Do you have a boom point you like to give?
Yeah, I was gonna give it to Abaddon.
For what? Abaddon got 2 already from things.
Yeah, I did it for birthday.
Oh,
but
that's
unless I
crazy.
missed something. Wait, more.
That was great this
Anyone?
session.
No, he really was. And I feel like Abaddon has a lot of attrition. Like him just willingly accepting another spirit into his body.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
No, that he gets a win point. Like, I
Cool.
feel like most people would just be like, the fuck? And he's just like, we ball.
You hugged his soul. That means something.
I feel like both
Don't
reactions
like
would have
that.
made perfect sense for Abaddon.
Like,
I thought at first he was going to just be like, no, but then he's like, fuck it, we ball. I'm like, that still feels very Abaddon.
Right? Yeah.